I can't really see because I'm wearing contacts and just avoid everything that's behind me, okay? Since very long time ago when I did stream, I was in an entirely different location, so bear with the background. We'll discuss it at a different time. But is that... No, I'm not even wearing this right. You have to see the pumpkins on top of my wee little head. Eh? When would you sit? Okay. It's sitting. Obviously, I could just take down my hair and that would make it easier, but complications always. Happy Halloween and happy birthday to me. And as well, we have pumpkin. Well, pumpkin protein. But pumpkin is so fucking delicious. As much as someone might say otherwise, to me, pumpkin is delicious. And it seems my internet is holding well. The last time I tried to come in and do any kind of stream, it was crashing, so it might work, it might not. If you can't see me, I'm still recording this for YouTube posterity reasons. So, can't see me, you'll see the video later. Hopefully, I'm able to edit it a little bit quicker than usual. Of course. The wonders of people who don't ever read what you're doing. Sorry to bother, but you're pestering. You're pestering. Where are my buttons on this? Did that block it? I have no idea my buttons that I use to block people or not. Yes, let me click the wrong button, of course. Oh, did I already ban them? Apparently I did. I don't know what buttons I'm clicking. There we go. I have successfully blocked someone. Spammers goodbye. What's that other button that I have on my screen? You see how unprepared I am. I came in here with gusto, determination, and pumpkin to at least try to dip my toes back into live streaming because life got too many fucking shenanigans going on. What was it? February? I'm pretty sure it was February the last time I streamed, and I was in the motion, the progress, the achievement to begin grad school, to sign up, figure out what I wanted to major in, how I was going to pay for it too. That was a huge point since T-minus, what was it, February to March, April, May, June, July, August. So in a matter of 6 months, having an action plan put in place so I could start grad school and know that I could start to pay on it, because again, student loans were coming back in, so I needed to be prepared on that, which I end up with a pretty small payment I'm required to do. But I mean, it says that's the required, and then like when you actually look at the interest accruing, it requires you to pay way more than what it's putting down. Like, just to put in actual numbers, the total is 8,000 something. It requires me to pay $50, and yet the interest combined with both of the loans wouldn't be covered with that $50. Like, it's very stupid that it's telling me this is the required amount, but it's not paying down the money. It grates me. It pisses me off so much, wondering how the fuck the system works. I don't know what to do. Wait. It's saying one thing. What is my computer saying? What are you doing in the background? Should probably tweak you just a smidge more. I'm realizing my music may have been way too loud. Because I've not put on my headphones yet because they kept saying they were dying. Are they still dying? Okay, I can hear. Yes. So we'll put you here. I'm gonna scoot those down. That way we're not hearing music through my speaking. And that should be cooperating on that side. And I can move you a little closer and put my hat back on. Oh yeah, I got a new tattoo since the last time I streamed. If I can point... Okay, arm. Let's figure out a direction I can point that's actually at the screen. Okay. Turn. No, wrong way, arm. Okay, we have myself here. And then a little bit closer. Beautiful. I mean, it's bold right now. This is still fresh, so I'm already post-healing from it. So I don't have any new scabs or anything. And fuck, this came out so pretty. And I'm really excited because in December, we'll get the rest of this tattoo, and then this full piece will be complete. This has been 6 years in the making, because the blue feather I got in 2015, got all the hearts in 2022, which is kind of surprising because it has not been that long since I acquired these. Of course, I want to blacken out this top tattoo because it really wasn't my choice to get it. So it's like, ew, yucky. I would like to change it for something pretty. Oh yeah, I got Halloween nails. Look at my nails. If you want clicky clack aesthetic. I would just like my hat to say upwards. But again, I'm working with this chair and it's not being very friendly with what I'm working with. And plus, if you can look into my eyes a little. Okay, adjust you one more time. I think that works. What else was I talking about? I mean, there's a slew of things. If I would go in order, this would streamline the conversation, but I've just jumped around to other things that have happened. I mean, last time I streamed, well, hold on, brain. We're gonna talk about it, don't worry. Starting from February, last time I streamed, was about to start D&D, get started on the progress for graduate school, changing up my day-to-day activities, because I finally found a successful plan of workout that worked for me and was feeling like it was building up rather than just coasting by. So that's the first 3 things. Obviously getting the tattoo, because that was what was it? All of September, I was searching for somebody who could do flower tattoos digitally. And this was actually from someone who I only saw did realistic flowers. And it turned out so good. Plus, even it's like all my muscle of my arm, so it looks cool when you flex. You can't see it from here. If I would get another camera, you could understand what I'm talking about. Well, especially if I get a tattoo up here, then you get to see that action, be like, grr, grr. Okay, how about I collect my thoughts, because there's just so much to fucking talk about. I missed the pumpkin. What? I'm almost done with you. No, I can't. Yeah, you're gonna have to hold on a moment. I'm thirsty. We can listen to the music together. Okay. I think I've drank a little bit, so I feel better. Okay. Now that I've got my brain back in order, can I have a pen, please? I want... There we go. Act like a magic wand. It helps me focus. Other than that, okay, so we started chatting about whatever I was talking about in the first place. Yes, February, D&D. We can go with that first from the topic to trickle down to what's happened in the past 6 months. I mean, I've been YouTubing, recording videos still. It's just, I got maybe out of hand, burnt out. Something happened as well. Because I first started up D&D in February. Pretty much, we were going to meet every Tuesday, and we would start creating our characters, which I end up very much happy I did that, because since Baldur's Gate came out, I'm able to play and act out my very character in the story too, and start to see how that changes my character's maybe personality and alignment. Of course, I don't see any option to pick your alignment, but they do have the inspiration. So if I stick to a character who's more ranger, outlander, I can see how that's going to show up. I don't know, how do you describe the word I'm trying to talk about? Oh well. Anyways, yes. Got to start my first D&D campaign as a player, because I'm not quite yet to be a DM, which is very impressive to just being able to organize a game that's entirely improv and you don't know what direction it's gonna take. Which is sadly, at this point, we are on a bit of a hiatus for our games. But we are trying to figure out like an online version to play the game still. And I would like to, because last time we had our D&D session, our DM gave me this awesome potion bottle, and one of the potions in there, I can turn myself into a golden dragon for an hour. Like just full blown. Change my stats, change my abilities to be a damn crazy dragon. It's wild. And I can't wait to try that out. Because as well, in the game, we are about to do a prison break as well. Don't know if we're going to successfully do that, or if we're going to crash and burn, or we could potentially kill our characters. So I'm the last one of our little trio who has not been killed yet. Though the first person who died, he did have to end up creating a new character in the game. But we do like his new character. It's just not as much dancing and performance. Now it's more, I don't know, like dry humor is a good way to put it. Which helps. We're all playing this game and trying to figure out how trying to be good, but we still end up causing a lot of destruction here and there. Which I'm still reviewing some of the audio that we did, which I'm so happy I decided to record our sessions, because it's kind of hard to remember each time we play, because it's like 2 to 4 hours of our time where we're going about an adventure, or we're drinking rainbow wine, or causing mind flayer bugs to appear out of nowhere, which is a big problem. Yeah, D&D has been very successful. I see the good of it being a support system, plus because since I'm going to school for therapy, for counseling, learning how to use video games, learning how to use tabletop RPGs into an integration of the counseling session, both in individual or group setting. It's gonna be a bit before I can actually rate it. I do wonder if it has to be in person or if I could make it online, because I could always offer up a session online and use one of the Roll20s or one of the other one dimensions. Be exciting. Though I'm pretty sure you can't stream that unless everyone's signed off, but it's an option if there ever is a choice to do that. I mean, obviously I should probably just talk about the very fact of I pretty much had to unwillingly move from the last location that I was at, where I had everything set up so nicely. I had my shelves, my lights, my bed. Freaking, I don't even have my bed right now. It's somebody else's bed. Wait. But I was able to set up my computer because I was going to use it for school. It's just not the same. Because for one, it's too short, so now I'm like kind of crouching to do all my business. And I need to itch my nose because it's itchy. But I mean, it was a good lesson that people will do weird stuff. And then you're like, well, guess we have to pack up everything and go. I mean, it just sucks having to have to move again. And it wasn't for the actual goal of getting my own place, but it was because I had to pretty much evacuate. Yes, you're gonna have to be annoyed with me drinking. Beautiful, delicious. What else has happened? I mean, obviously I started school. School has made a lot of papers. And am I still in my old habits of kind of procrastinating on the paper and then having to spend 30 minutes convincing myself that I have indeed finished the paper and it's okay to submit it? I don't have to review it for the 5th time? But I mean, I wouldn't have to deal with that as much if I would just submit and finish the paper even 2 days before the deadline instead of 2 hours before the deadline. I give myself extra anxiety over just going, I have another day to write this paper. It'll be fine. I have time. No. And I mean, I have 5 days before I need to submit a 10-page research paper, which I'm semi-done. It's just the rough draft really needs to be buffed out more. Like, I've got citations I need to make sure are put in. I need to rewrite some sentences that are kind of run on, or the point they're trying to explain is yammering but not getting to the point. Concise. I need to make it more concise. As much as I'm trying to fluff it out to the max amount of pages, I just need to elaborate a bit more on the research and how it affects burnout. In due time, I'll figure it out, but right now, kind of dragging my feet with these papers because I'm like, I don't actually care in this moment and I need motivation like panic in order to create art. I mean, it's good and bad because it could be me dragging my feet, or it could be simply I rely too much on intense anxiety to do my work for me. But is that all? I mean, of course, there's other tidbits and things that have happened. I mean, trying to improve and clean up my stream, review other people's work on editing, try out other products, and even just simply do some more advocacy work so I could learn and educate myself more, both for just general purposes and even for the good of the world. I mean, there's so many representatives you have to call for every little thing, and it takes them so long to get back to you, and they give the most generic answer to your, hey, this is a really big problem, you shouldn't participate in it, or can you vote no because X, Y, and Z? And it's just like, oh, I hear your complaints, I feel sorry, but they just don't give you a yes or no, which is frustrating. Like, just be decent, be a good human. But again, I mean, there's so many different horrific, happy, sad, terrifying, and tragic things that are going on. I am going to try and learn to box them out at certain points. I mean, I can't sit here worried all 24 hours of the day. They have to occupy a chunk of time, but not my entire being, or else that is going to affect my entire month and year. But at least I'm finding more like productive uses to advocate, and it feels more impactful. Because before I was a little confused of like, okay, how else can I do better? Like the whole, hey, don't buy from this product, or hey, if you support this, you're supporting that. Like, ew, thank you for letting me know that was a bad thing. I mean, obviously it's Halloween. That's the main thing today. And really, besides just trying to catch up and even say hello before I venture off to birthday shenanigans, there was a little game that seemed like very fitting for today. I think it'd be like an hour and a half. Kind of just depends if I yammer too much in the story. And I think we'll turn over to that because I'm curious. They said there was voice acting in it, and it could be kind of like a funny, cringy kind of game for today. And I mean, I got my witch hat, my magical marker, which I'm pretending is a wand. So let us go over to the games. Whichever page is actually pretty cleaned up would be this one. Blah, blah, blah. I don't think we need that on the screen anymore. Oh yeah, and I should probably actually show you the game too, so you have an understanding of where to find this Shenanigans, which you can just listen to the music in the background. Oh yeah, this magical girl is a bitch. What you mean? What was it? I played another game by the same people who created this. What was it? Bella Pastel. That's what it is. Oh, if I can find Chrome. Yeah, Chromie. Ooh, yes, perfect. You would like to not wiggle around, please, so I can see what I'm doing. So they have an Ichito Bella in Pastel. That's the name. Because they submitted this for this year for Spooktober. I guess. Yeah, let's go to their page first, because this is the one. I played One Final Moment of Clarity by them, and now they have this one, which is Act 1, so I don't know, maybe they'll have 2 more acts later on. Could be episodic, or even, because it's a game jam, they might be working on this piece, and then they'll expand it later on. Now, what's the opening music they even play in this? Oh. Oh, right, I didn't even turn these back on, did I? No, I just turned it off, right? Because I can't remember what I'm doing. Plus, it makes noises. Here we go. Now we can actually hear it. Okay, stop being distracted by the music. We must go to the plot. Or actually not expand that. Yes, because of course I need to click on stuff that I'm not supposed to click on. We'll fix that in a moment. Dee-dee-dee-dee. Here. You can scoot like that. Beautiful. Easy to read. Well, easier to read. Da 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 da. So about middling middle school. It's Halloween Spirit Week, and our main character being the ever purple-haired, pigtailed, grumpy child, and her nemesis, the one with the orange on the bottom and the, I guess, dark green hair. And apparently our main character acquires some magical powers, though she might not be the best person to receive magical powers. Might be a little problematic at the end of the day. Now, here we go, characters. Tabby is our main character. Cynical, imaginative, maybe introverted, likes the occult, likes human skeletons. Lovely scratched out, you'll see prone to self-doubt and victimization. Which now I have to wonder, because it's talking about how she's being bullied, so is it she's an unreliable narrator, or are the things that happen to her not as bad as they seem? And of course the game will either present it clearly or leave it up for debate. And we have our nemesis, who is Eden, but we don't get their last name, so it's just Eden, who is a popular rascal. It is so hard to read. Something about he doesn't hold grudges. He likes to have fun and joke around. So maybe he pushes Tabby's buttons or something? Perhaps? And we have Callum. Maybe it's Calum. Because if it's Callum, I would assume there's another letter. But if it's Calum, we're just gonna go with Calum. Polite and well-liked. But apparently he wants to keep his highest grades, but few strings were pulled. But why would he have a grudge? Unless, of course, he's envious of Eden for having such a positive, happy-go-lucky self. Maybe Calum is putting on a facade to be well-liked. I mean, that kind of maybe that's a shifty smile. And of course we have Mr. Teacher. Ever generic because you cannot even see their name. They absolutely scraped it out. Do wonder if we do learn about the teacher's name at all. And of course, the magical pixies, strength and questionable. I don't know if exactly it's that part of the plot yet, but they might make an appearance. And our ever-pleasant classmates, which I don't know why they decided to put, what is that? Is that supposed to be a shaker or a drumstick? But they all look actually like have a personality because of the body shapes that they're doing. And content warning, obviously. Cartoon violence, bright colors, bullying, manipulation, faceless middle-aged men, swearing, and apparently Eden's face should have a warning as well. So maybe if you don't like jokester types, fair warning on that part. It's about 10K, about 30 minutes, 9 voice characters, and that's a lot of variations if someone took the time to put that together. There's already 3, 4? I would assume there's technically only 1, 2, 3, 4 people, quote unquote, that I see right now. Because if you continue 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that's already a whole lot of characters, and depending on their variations, That's a large number. So, appreciate the character design artists. 3D backgrounds, which... Did they even show us any of the backgrounds yet? Yeah, like this. So, I mean, it does look like there's love and care put into it, and it's not just a stock photo. Anything else? Oh, apparently, magical girl transformations. You get sticker achievements, which I'm not gonna lie. Having stickers as the achievement in a middle school type game, it's just a nice little touch to it. And a spooktacular fun. And of course, the cast and crew that you see here. We have the PA and the sad PA, Den, Stu. Oh, there's Thonathan. I was like, where's the last one? So this one voices two different people. Tabitha, Strength, Mr. Teacher, Eden, Magician. Who's the Magician? Could be the one that was all question marks, potentially. We have a little bit more of the drawings, the designer, the scribe, the VA director, the editors, the writers, fight scene finesse, sticker queen, cover. I did not realize that was that word for a moment. And the designers, sprite artists, the 3D modelers, the CG, the artists, the UI artists, the animation programmers, and the meme maker. To maker. The logo design, that's fucking cute. Operations. I don't know what DKG means. Marionette. Oh, that's their name. Never mind. Let me just not read correctly. The Halloween Spirit Week. Ooh, we get to see. Raise money, get candy. Winning class gets a mysterious prize. I didn't even see this. You know what's horrifying? Apathy. Vote for a charity at the library. We have a scary movie night, a Madlock Mansion of Horrors, Ghost Story Poetry Slam, Spookify Your Classroom, Pumpkin Palooza, and a Monster Mash. Okay. Anything else? More fan arts? The beta testers, the... What is that? Maddie Time Patches. Oh, did they come up with the name? That's fun. Dang. 300 plus auditioning VAs. They had some interest in this game. That's pretty cool. And last but not least, thank you for our lovely players. May you find strength in your path. For better or for worse. It's beautifully how it's put. And of course you see all the people's links if you go to this Ichito page. And plus you can listen to the soundtrack on Spotify now. And there is a download that's currently for Mac and PC. Don't know if there's any Linux thing you can do. I mean, I do see the icon, it says Linux as well, so I'm assuming. And of course, it has now been, 29 days since this game officially went live, and we are finally here at the spookiest day to play it. People have still raved about it, so really, try it out. Which I should probably just paste in a link, because I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to. If I am, great. If I forgot to change that, that's on my bad. You know where to find it now. Let's log out of that. And now you get to see it freaking has a little glittery. That's so much fun. Look at this. It's just so beautiful. Let's see. Do you have the credits page? Yes, it works. Look at that. You see this 3D effect and the glowing? You get to see everyone And there's links on these too. Wow. They made a lot of time and effort to make this just look clean cut, perfect. They do have an accessibility side to it for open dyslexic, changing the font size and the text box opacity. Opacity? I don't know how to say this word. Basically, if it becomes transparent or not. Let's go with that. In general, you got all your bips and bops. And I would like to leave this page because now it is time to begin the magical adventures of Tabitha Bones and our little pixie friend who seems very gung-ho on us having these abilities. I mean, hopefully it turns out well for us. And I'm gonna have to move this hat. Could I fit it up here? Maybe. No, you're not gonna fit. Okay, I tried. And you're gonna have to stick back on my head. Ow. Excellent. Okay, can I get this thing to move, please? And let us begin. Let me begin. There we go. Beautiful already. I love its humor, just the grumpiness to it. Oh, look at that. The little star moves too. Cute. It was a dark and stormy Monday. Oh, like any other day of autumn, the weather was overcast and windy, but the students of middling middle school were unfazed by the gloom. Well, of course, it is Spirit Week, is it not? For the first day of school after the weekend, the hallways were unusually charged with an electric excitement and spectacular anticipation. That's what you hear, just little middle schools like scurrying about like little goblins.
And last but certainly not least, today marks the first day of Halloween Spirit Week. Ooh, it's time to decorate your homeroom.
Oh. That I definitely needed to hear. I remember having that PA person over that and really getting into the groove of Spirit Week.
First place gets a prize.
Oh, no one appreciated his jokes.
That's right. The first place class gets their own pumpkin pie and ice cream party. So, put your best effort in, everyone.
Okay, pumpkin pie ice cream. So, in all honesty, how much it costs to do ice cream and pumpkin pie for one class compared to maybe building up and cleaning stuff? Like, oh yeah, I didn't even click forward. Whoops. What is going on?
If you want.
Oh, if you want. So, how many people would actually want to have pumpkin pie and ice cream as their little party compared to having a pizza party? And again, maybe they have just people who really want sweets at the school. Hey! You've met amazing people on there via Discord. Well, obviously, Discord helps so much when you have either a good community to go to, or you just find the good links where it brings people together. Feels like a family? You haven't been streaming in 2 months? Hey! Even if you're not streaming, you're watching other people, you're getting a good time out of it. And if anything, you're taking that time to support another streamer. This is falling. I guess that's even another thing. When you want to stream, but then you want to watch another person stream at the same time, you're like, oh, but I want to watch their content first. And then there's the weird feeling like, do I just randomly jump into their stream and bring them my own people over? Yes. That I do need a change. Good point. A very good point. I need my stream info. Edit it. I do wonder if they have a tag for this. This magical. Hey, sweet. We tag that. Perfect. Let's add that. And that should edit it over. Bam. Yes. Voila. It's got little gloobies and little black at the end. I just figured it would be nice to have a little style, and plus it matches with the earrings too. Would have put a little ghost on it. Huzzah, it's changed. It actually is working, surprisingly. So maybe I just had really bad internet these past months, and now the internet has caught up and it's just working better. And plus I'm even recording this too, just in case. Because I hate it when my screen goes pixelated and I can't have all the details presented correctly. Hey, I mean, Halloween's really... I mean, you can celebrate in so many different ways, but it is fun, a deliberate day where you can go out and dress up in a costume and no one's gonna really stare at you. Because if you do that any other time of the year, people question you, even if it's like a summer event or something. Or of course, if you're in theater, then it makes sense there. Like 6 years ago, it was not in stores and stuff, so hopefully in the future, I mean, it would be kind of cute because it's one way kids can go visit their neighbors door to door and just hang out, or even having a block party where everyone has a Halloween get together. Because I know a few years ago we did, what is it, a potluck on Halloween night where we made our way up trick-or-treating and we got up to the, what is it? 3rd Street away for a potluck where we had some dinner, and then we continued walking and doing trick-or-treating. It was a cute way to give us a pit stop along the way. Because, you really hope so? Oops. Well, 6 years ago, because what? 2022, 2021, 2019, 18, 17, 16? I mean, 2016... What was happening in 2016 for Halloween? Because now you get to see what I see. Halloween 2016. Freshman feline Momo. What? To rescue her school. Magical. I was looking for news. What was happening in the news? To a movie? No. Photos? The Atlantic? 2016. No, I'm just looking for what was happening. What could have been the turning grounds of how it changed. Doodle games. Dinosaur Dracula. What is that? Think about, why do I need to know about the banks? Twiddle. Kanu Magnet School. Okay. I'm just gonna continue looking. It's not gonna give me an answer. Meh. We kind of got a trick-or-treat, but in November, the kids would have to make lapone, and that's if they just had to sing a song or we give them candy. Yeah, having a creepy day because people have put time and effort to make all the ghosts, the scary blood, the rotting corpses, the zombies, and just like the jump scares. Like having a real life horror movie in your backyard or something. Or the fog machine too. All the spookiness. True, you could always go to another country that has more exciting Halloween stuff going on. Doesn't mean you can make it a big vacation. Though I know the next Halloween that's gonna be actually on a weekend is 4 or 5 years away from now. Because today is Tuesday, so it's gonna be a bit until we have an actual weekend Halloween. Right now it's gonna be during the weekdays. And Christmas too. I mean, Christmas, I would really like to not have it so pushed in my face, though. See? Enough time, yeah? Is what? Depending on flights. If anything, have like $1,000, a little bit over $1,000 saved. That way you would cover a round trip and anything else you need. And then the question of if you were bringing your costume or if you were buying it when you arrive too would change up that price assessment too. Yeah. Oh no. I need to remember to click auto. Oh, isn't that working?
More info online or, around.
No one wants to give us the details for the pumpkin party. Sad.
Yeah, keep an eye out for those Spirit Week posters, y'all. Happy spooky season, mascots.
Mascots? Wait, is middle school's thing just mascots? You might stay at like someone I met. Well, I mean, as long as you know that you're in good hands and that you can board a room with somebody that you know, that would be better than having to shell out money for a hotel or an Airbnb. So, I mean, that's what? That easily could be like $500 of your time, which is a lot in the grand scheme of everything else if you want to buy stuff or go out and have like a venture at that night. Yeah, as long as you plan and budget it correctly, you'll find a way.
I heard Mrs. Ramirez's class had something really good planned for their deco. Like guaranteed when good.
Wow, they really give them actually like an inflection to their voice.
Yeah, they're just trying to intimidate us by spreading rumors.
It could be, or the rumors are true. That's another thing to worry about as well. So far what I've seen, this game is giving magical powers to somebody who maybe shouldn't have magical powers. Giving the anxious, most angry girl gremlin energy, giving them the power to take back the fight of what either they are being bullied or they're not. That hasn't been very clear so far.
Besides, remember last year? Everyone said that one homeroom class had it in the bag, but then there was that fire.
Fire? Should we be concerned there's someone sabotaging?
Oh yeah, the 8-foot skeleton incident.
How did someone bring an 8-foot tall skeleton in the building?
Exactly.
Okay, we're not gonna give more details then?
Did they ever find out who let that skunk loose?
Are they sure they're not talking about like graduation class doing their pranks?
I don't think so.
Well, the point is, who knows what'll happen this year?
Well, I would hope that it would be a fair and square winning competition. Yes, the title as well makes it so funny because you're like, excuse me? Which is funny that they emphasize it looking like a sensor with a star in the between the bitch name. But I mean, they say there's swearing in the game, but I don't know who would be even swearing.
I guess we do have a lot of talented people in our class, like...
Like?
Oh, hey, Tabby!
And now we finally get to meet the main character, which I do wonder how grumpy she is, or if she's just stuck in her own little world moping, if anything.
Good morning, Tabby.
Because everyone's saying hi to her. Tabby was not having a good morning. In fact, Tabby never had a good morning when she was at school. It's all grayed out. There were too many people looking her way, watching her every move, waiting for her to trip up so they could laugh at her. Oh, so it's an unreliable narrator. Everyone's greeting her and wants to talk to her, but they're all like, the self-negative talk that she's doing.
They're always sneering at me. Like they think their little cliques are too good for me.
I'm thinking you have the wrong idea, Tabby.
Hey, Tabby.
Hey, Tabby. Hey. Oh, yeah, I'm impressed too already. These are the background characters, and they already put such emphasis on the different inflections of their voices.
Like I'm less than them. Less than human.
Oh, Tabby.
Man, Tabby is so cool.
Everyone else wants to be her, and she doesn't believe it.
Yeah, the real aloof type. Like a spy or a secret agent. Or somebody who's undercover.
Pretty sure those are all the same thing.
I mean, they could be different.
I always want to ask her to hang out, but I'm like super intimidated.
So it's the whole thing of she has the resting bitch face and they're too scared to approach.
Think she would say yes?
I mean, she might at first say no because she thinks you're pranking her.
Just because we're in the same homeroom? Not a chance.
Oh, so they think, okay, so they put her on a pedestal. That's the problem too.
Way too cool for us.
Oh, they want to be friends with her though. Tabby grew out of wanting friends fast. Endless bullying would do that to someone. She couldn't even imagine being that naive anymore. Tabby was fully aware that this was her destiny, to be alone, unwanted, forcibly isolated.
Excuse me. Need to get to my locker.
Oh, so maybe Eden... She keeps calling his nemesis, but maybe Eden just isn't intimidated by her, and she doesn't know how to deal with that. And Tabby's just in her world saying, oh, I will never be loved.
Hello? You good?
And Eden's like, please, can you move? Molten rage and mild embarrassment bubbled up from Tabby's core as she stared into the face of her ultimate nemesis, Eden. There's this little grumpy little face. It's just so angry. And he's just like, bruh. Eden. Something or other. Last names didn't matter. Okay, I was really wondering if they were just ixnaying the last name, but no, they actually addressed it. I love it. It was how he treated her that made her seethe with frustration. He's treating you like a normal human being without putting you on a pedestal.
I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. Always ready to tear me down at the first sign of weakness. I can see it in his eyes now. He's going to.
He's just like, can I get moved past you?
Listen, are you gonna move or do I have to move you? I don't want to be late to class. Come on, let me through.
Was that a threat?
A threat? See, she can't even have a normal conversation.
What?
Tabby slapped a hand on her mouth, worrying she had thrown herself into unnecessary danger. Who knew how bullies like Eden might react to being questioned? She's just created this entire story in her head, and he's just like, just needs to do a basic task. I love it. It's 8th grade syndrome. She looked round in vain at the crowd, milling around them, not seeing a single friendly face.
I can't trust any of these bystanders to stand up for me. If only there was a teacher around.
Teacher, I need a snitch on you.
Is that the bell?
Yeah, you're both gonna be late now.
I'm just gonna go for it. Excuse me.
Tabby watched in horror as Eden reached for her. She screams. Oh, she's so oblivious. Defend yourself. Hesitate. This sounds like a time to make a save. And now go back. I mean, obviously we should defend ourselves. It was a freaking iconic. Oh my gosh. Can we go look at that? I want to see the achievement. How would I go to the menu? Because I want to see that sticker already. What does it show us? It would. Oh, look at that. You can see the little CG. What about the stickers? You do get to see it. And the pumpkin's flying clean off. Oh, that's freaking hilarious. They put so much time and effort into this. Ah. Oh no. Is it not gonna let me free? Okay. I was like, I'm trapped on the sticker and I just wanted to see it. We'll go back to the game. Now I won't get so freaking distracted by stickers. Oh yeah, because right now the game's totally free, so you can install it. Because right now it's being labeled as Act 1, so they may make more to it, or there might be chapter by chapter. It's very cute. But anyways, defend yourself. Oh, dang, she actually slaps his face. Before she even knew what was happening, Tabby's hand moved on defense instinct, making contact with Eden's face. The resulting smack was pitiful to hear, and even Eden seemed more confused than hurt.
Ow!
I was just trying to defend myself. You were going to hurt me.
See? She's blowing out of proportion.
Who's screaming? What's going on here?
Oh, the teacher even sounds like, oh, what's happening?
Come on, kids. Class is almost starting. Why are the two of you still loitering around?
Teacher, shouldn't you assess the situation? Recognizing the sound of her homeroom teacher's voice, Tabby spun around, searching for his authoritative presence.
Mr. Teacher, did you see him?
Sorry, Teach. Tabby just wouldn't move.
What a pickle you're in now. Around them, the hallway was rapidly emptying out, as any stragglers and witnesses fled to their respectful classrooms.
I just need to get my books. Promise.
Okay. And Tabby's just like, oh, how dare you? No one protects me from anything.
Is there a reason you can't move away from Eden's locker, Tabby?
Now he has questions. Tabby gawked incredulously at her homeroom teacher and then stepped off to the side, shaking her head no.
How could Mr. Teacher take the side of a known bully?
He literally just asked why you won't move. Honestly, you should have known. No one would be on her side, not even the ones in charge.
since I'm on my way to class too, and I have the worst headache from moving pumpkins all morning across campus.
You wouldn't have a headache. That means you're dehydrated, dude. Okay? Well, there's no reason you... Physical labor? Like, unless you hurt your back, or you're just annoyed that you got stuck with the job of moving pumpkins. Sir, are you okay?
I'll give you all a pass.
Oh, but hey, he will give us a pass so we don't have to deal with the stinky detention room.
You better be in your seats by the time I get there. But no running.
But then how do you expect us to beat you to the class? You have longer legs.
That includes you too, Caleb. I know you're just waiting for your friends, but don't let them make you late.
Where's Caleb? He'd never appeared on the screen. Oh, but he's here in his little puffer jacket. He's looking a little mad. For a second, Tabby considered speaking up and pleading her case, but the moment passed as quickly as it came. Mr. Teacher didn't bother to linger, all but jogging off to greet a different group of students. You are not helping me, sir. Tabby stared sullenly at his back before walking briskly in the direction of her classroom. And Caleb zoomed off.
Settle down, kids.
Never settle. Mr. Teacher attempted to rein his class in for at least 15 minutes. Every year, the students would get too excited about Halloween Spirit Week to pay attention. Well, of course, it's Halloween. You get to do it for a freaking week? That's hella awesome. This year was no different. Finally, things felt quiet enough for him to launch into his 3-part lesson on the history of Halloween. Witches, golems, candy. There you go, your lessons.
Halloween originated from the pagan festival Samhain, which marked the end of the harvest and the dwindling berry between humans and the other world.
Yeah, seems a bit threatening, but hey, the end of the harvest, okay?
It's easy to forget about all of that in the modern-day Halloween traditions, but if you take a closer look, you'll see that many have deeper historical roots.
Well, of course. The change of seasons, it's getting actually quote-unquote colder, the color uses, the darkness, the other world. This is more of a time that things go to die, roots, hibernation. We've got a lot of things we have to assess as the year is coming to a close.
It's really quite fascinating stuff.
Oh, he's very passionate about it, but the kids are not into this. Even so, some of the kids continue to discuss Halloween plans underneath their breath. Pumpkins, pumpkins, pumpkins.
I can't wait for you guys to see how awesome I made my costume for the Halloween party. The lady with the super freaky haunted house on my block helped me design it.
Aw, you have people who are helping you make a killer costume.
I still can't decide whether to be a zombie werewolf or a vampire ghost. Unless... Do you think I could be a zombie werewolf vampire ghost?
Okay, depending on which argument you want to go on, technically you can't be these because, I mean, if I could look it up, there's a book called Soulless that talks about the different quantities and qualities of soul that is required in order to be each of these beings. Werewolves have to have a lot of creative, a lot of soul that is strong, while vampires need a more, what is it? Like dancers, ballet, things of the scientific that need to be put into the soul in order for it to survive. And then, of course, if you could talk with ghosts or talk with soulless, that's going to be a whole other balance of the soul. And zombie, I mean, depending on which theory of zombies you go with, virus, a magic, if it's some kind of parasite that takes over, if it's mushrooms, depends. So no, I don't think you could be a zombie, werewolf, vampire, ghost, okay? Which is kind of wild. Oh gosh, and that's the other thing, because in a week from now, there's going to be a whole slew of voting to be done in this part of the world. It's gonna be a little scary. Honestly, voting in November is the true terror of the year. Right? Because the virus, for one, they've elaborated so many different media and different movies and different books have talked about the virus way of zombies being created. And especially for the fact of then they're able to consume other humanoid flesh or brain in order to survive. Because the magic one, I don't know too much. You would really want a zombie coming back because of an unnatural curse upon yourselves? Because at least with the virus, there's an option of there's a cure as well. And plus the whole thing of if you have an immunity to the virus, you could become a super zombie as well. Yeah, voting. I've been doing so much reading, trying to understand what to vote and what to vote against. Like, you have to bring like a freaking paper list just to keep track of it, or you're gonna be stuck in the booth reading. Okay. That was spooky. I swear I could not hear for a moment, and then I saw that my mic died. Hopefully I didn't unmute, maybe. Yay, I'm back. We're good. We're okay. Right. Before I forget, I need to click on something else. Well, if I can click on buttons, please. No, this is not the thing I need. Nope. Aha, we found the thing I need to click on. I need to click it back. Jamming out to the music. Ba, 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 ba. No, I don't need that. Which was actually pretty productive in the morning. As much as it's halfway throughout the day, we already have our candy set up for Halloween trick-or-treaters. I already did my makeup, got washed, did my exercises, played with dogs. All we're doing now is just chilling out and enjoying the rest of the day. Though I do have to still remember to pay my bills because it is the end of the month as well. Okay, do we have all that set in stone? That way I'm not, like, surprised tomorrow morning. Please. Okay, save you, yes. Click on that. Did I click everything? No, maybe didn't. What? Something didn't work on my side. I don't know. Why did it not work? I need this stuff to activate. Please. Ew, don't need that. What? None of you worked. Could you possibly work perchance? No? You're going to have a conniption on me? Yeah, you're not working. Why are you not working? Ah. Okay, maybe this is just not working right now. Okay, fine. Clear you, clear you, clear you. We'll come back to that in a moment. Once that decides to function for me. Thank you. Have a little doo 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 doo.
Oh, talking costumes? $20, my monster costume is the scariest.
Oh, you're interrupting conversation, Eden. How fitting for the bully to love terrifying people.
Your face already scares me.
So Tabby is just having this mean conversation for no reason, actually. Oh, but Caleb likes it. Oh, the other kids laugh in surprise too, which caught Mr. Teacher's attention.
Is something funny? Tabby, do you have something to share with the class?
I mean, unless you want to get roasted. Finished and the others, yeah, it makes it kind of funny because both she doesn't believe anyone wants to be friends with her, but she even puts them as background characters too. Like, she's riding on this own pedestal and she can't see those below her, quote unquote. Tabby felt her stomach drop at the whole class turning to stare at her. Of course, he let his favorite students get away with talking to his class, but not her. Tabby tried to swallow the lump forming in her throat, but she just came more nervous by the second.
I think we're all just excited to dress up for Halloween. I know I can't wait to decorate homeroom.
Aw, he kind of covered her back for that.
That's great, but I still have 30 more exciting slides about Halloween throughout the decades.
30, sir, you're a little too passionate in thinking that middle schoolers are gonna listen to you on this spiel? The class collectively groans. Tabby breathed a quiet sigh of relief.
It's really quite interesting. There's fascinating tie-ins with the Day of the Dead and the glorious gourds of harvest. I could wax poetic about it.
You already gave this presentation before.
Ooh, you're reusing your own material? Not good, Mr. Teacher.
Well, I did more research and now I have extra footnotes.
That doesn't mean we have to sit through this entire presentation. Collectively groans again.
Oh, fine. I don't know how I'm supposed to have a normal class this week anyway.
Aw.
Why don't we put a twist on it by giving historical context to our proposed decorations?
Well, I mean, then the kids have to research and give you a good example of why they want to use tattered cloth and bones.
What, reenact the Salem witch trials?
No.
That's a cool idea. We could pretend to burn you.
Okay, I can see in that context that he decided to use you in that. Yeah, I could see that as you mistake that for bullying, or he really just did not think that thought through. Oy.
What?
Yeah, dude.
He totally just threatened me in front of the class. Surely Mr. Teacher won't let that slide.
I mean, if anything, at least the teacher needs to be like, May, Eden, that was not a really great thought to just say out loud.
Yeah, Tabby would be such a good witch.
Oh, but they just went surface level. They're not thinking too deep.
I don't know if the school board would approve of that.
Yeah, they're like, please don't burn kids at campus. Please don't.
He's just going to brush it off?
I mean, he's taking it in a different context, but still, you could just be like, teacher, please don't let me get burned.
All right, kids. I'll start dividing the class decoration types into groups and share a mini lesson about each of them. So, listen up.
Education and decor.
For instance, why do you think pumpkins became associated with Halloween? There's something else that's happening around the same time.
Autumn harvest?
Can anyone take a guess?
I think no one's going to.
If you want to take care of the jack-o'-lanterns, try and answer.
Take care. Eager hands shot up in the air. Mr. Teacher picked out one of them.
Because it's harvest season?
Is that the answer?
Ding, 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 ding! You got it! Harvest season is decorative gourd season, folks.
Decorative gourd season.
Carving pumpkins was a tradition before Halloween, but the term jack-o'-lantern started with Stingy Jack, an Irish legend that will give you the heebie-jeebies.
The heebie-jeebies, is it actually truly scary? Because, I mean, if it's an Irish lesson, maybe there's actually some terrifying features to that. Tabby turned Mr. Teacher out as he tuned Mr. Teacher out as he continued his lecture, only listening in for what decor was being offered. Mr. Teacher moved on to the next decoration and the next until finally...
Why do you think Halloween was associated with death? Whoever gets this one gets to be in charge of making all of our skulls and skeletons.
Oh, of course, Tabby wants to do all the skulls in the human body. Tabby was never a class participation kind of girl, but now her hand flew up in the air. Mr. Teacher looked at Tabby, eyebrows raised in acknowledgement, but by some Halloween miracle, she could see her name forming on his lips.
Probably because winter is coming, right?
Aww, all because of that. So this is why he's her nemesis. He stole her thunder.
Back then, lots of people died in the winter.
Right.
That's correct, Eden. Winters 2,000 years ago meant...
Oh, poor Tabby. Tabby seized at the injustice of it all.
How could they do this to me?
Okay, back it up, Tabby. It's not that bad. Tabby was the one with a special connection with skeletons, but every single year. Well, only last year, but last year Eden swept in and snatched what she wanted, what she deserved.
Hey, I had my hand up. He interrupted.
I mean, yeah. Mr. Teacher looked at Tabby, taken aback as if he'd forgotten she even existed.
Oh, well, you can answer the next question.
But she doesn't want the next question. Tabby glared at him. She really didn't want to let this go, but everyone else was staring and her stupid cheeks were getting redder and redder.
That's just stupid. It's not fair.
Man, it's not fair. Even as Tabby clapped a hand on her mouth at her outburst, Mr. Teacher raised an eyebrow in judgment. The angry part of Tabby wished she could smack the disapproving expression off his face and be like, stop. But I mean, she may take things a little out of proportion. She's not wrong. I mean, she's in her little bubble. She was listening so promptly just to get a chance to answer the question. And then Mr. No Manners over here decided to swoop in yet again. But her frustration withered away as she crumpled into herself, heart sinking.
I'll always be the first to get picked on, and the last pick for everything else.
Ugh, see, she's just doing this cycle. If anything, maybe she would like address teacher as well, like, ooh, can I answer this question? Something.
How about you let me continue the lesson and the two of you can work together? This is Spirit Week, and I really don't want to give any detentions for disrupting class.
But why would Tabby get for disrupting? Eden's the one who didn't raise his hand and just talked over. How does any of that warrant detention?
Sounds cool. I'm sure Tabby will come up with something really freaky. You know, given how into this stuff she is.
You know she's into it and you still stole her thunder.
Oh yeah, totally.
She's the type to freak people out. It's awesome.
And now she's hearing words, but she doesn't understand that they're praising her. Like they're saying she can do spooky stuff, but kids being kids, you hear freak and freaky, and that's what's being heard instead of they're jealous that she can do spooky stuff.
Too bad Tabby works alone.
Like Batman. Ooh, or the Joker.
You gave me two different sides of the example. But either one is not that great, because either you're a millionaire with parent issues or you're destructive and chaotic. Eden grinned at Tabby. Tabby felt a horrified shiver run down her spine, and she braced herself for what was coming.
She looks like him too, if you turned his smile upside down.
See, she's not gonna get it, what you're talking about. She just hears you making fun of her. Like, really, is Eden just not processing what he said, or is he genuinely actually trying to bully her? Like, literally, she's like, I am going to take out everyone right now. There's a scary face. The other students tithered at the typical middle school fashion.
Hey, for real, Tabby would be the best villain.
Ah, see, she's not. But I mean, to be the best villain is usually means you have the higher intellect, the cunning, the ambition to do whatever it takes. I feel bad for Tabby. If she was in a higher grade, this might go off her back, but it's middle school. Middle school is known for those catty remarks, the passive aggression-ish. Yeah, no worry. I'm enjoying this game. It's cute that it's voice acted, and I'm wondering where the plot's gonna take it.
They're laughing at me now.
I know they're not meaning to laugh at you. They think they're laughing with you. Honestly, because I played another one of their games called... What was it called? I think I said... What was it? Because what is it? Here you go. As Bella in Pastel made this game One Final Moment of Clarity, which I played this... I think... Did I play this back in March or February? Something. Because I did make a recording of the video in like 3 different parts. And I really like this game. Because it seems, at first glance when you play it, you see something scary is going on in the background, but you're building up this romantic childhood love story. And then the script changes at the end, and you're like, oh, one final moment of clarity. It gives you a terror that's quite real as well. And because since they created this game, then there was this other game that they created this year, which I'm excited to play it, which they've really polished up their work. Because you feel like this angsty middle school kid. And I need to blow my nose, so pardon me a moment. I have returned, and they're still laughing at Tabby. Forever into the darkness. Oh, look at that! You got 2,600 runees. Which honestly, what is it? I'm pretty sure it's still set that the runees accumulate over time. Which, even how many points would I have? I'm curious. Points! Because I have not looked at this in so long. And no, would they not give me my points? I have a lot of points right now, okay? I am the ruler of the points. But it's just accumulated over all the time I've streamed with that on. So again, every 10 minutes, it accumulates to a mass of mud and mud. Now let's have Tabby stop being laughed at in forever in a day. Yes, I'm a real active viewer of my own content. But I mean, it's fun to review it to see if I do any of my weird little tics, or if I say something odd, or if I don't pronunciate something correctly. It's a good little backtrack for me to help with speaking as well.
They're all laughing at me because of him.
They're not laughing at you because of him. He mentioned something, but they all wanted to chime in. They all want to be your friend.
Settle down, class. And that's not nice, Eden.
Look, is he actually acknowledges something? What? Dang, it's been a year? Bravo. I forgot I have that actually on. Thank you for been following for a year now. Kind of crazy that I've been streaming for quite a while. I mean, it's been a while for Dreamlight to have come out. What other games like are in so... Oh yeah, there's Coral Island that's about to release as well. And Our Time and Forever too. Gosh, there's so much stuff that's being updated. And that freaking Home Alone game that took forever to finish. My God. It released in September? Yeah? Because I mean, I remember last year playing through the spooky event and collecting all that merchandise. Well, it was called Home Alone, but it was an entirely different premise from the Home Alone movie series. It was like some like eldritch god game, a little girl's soul being played with. It was an elaborate game. It was an interesting one. Just very confusing to follow until you got to the true ending of it all. Yeah, or the scary possessed ghost fox creature as well. Eerie.
Only joking. Tabby got me good earlier too. That's just how we do, right, Tabs?
Oh, I think maybe he even thinks we make jokes with each other. This whole game's just miscommunication. Oh yeah, I mean, honestly, having a game where you set down traps would be actually kind of fun. Like, well, unless that was considered to be Night Trap. That's a good question. Is Night Trap technically the Home Alone game? I mean, actually, I'm kind of curious about this. There's At Home Alone. Wait, is there? PlayStation 2? Hey, I'm seeing all these pixels. What? Legit? They actually have a Sega game? What? Hold on. Yeah, there's actually Home Alone games. Oh, you can play them online too. Huh. From the NES era. Wow, it's been a while for that too. I mean, these are things I just didn't know. Because yeah, it was a popular movie series, but usually when they get a video game added to it, it's kind of like whispered. It's almost underneath the table, and you discover it 20 years later and realize it's actually like a good game. Because it's not like Sonic or Super Mario or Zelda where it's a standalone series and not attached specifically to a show first and foremost. Ooh, a full 3D. That would be actually pretty cool. A whole immovable environment. But I'm pretty sure there is a couple games where you set up traps for your trapper per se. Because I know there's 2 different Japanese games with specifically traps. Setting up traps. Like, how exactly could I explain that? Games where you set up traps, yes. What No, that's not a game, because I have to be concerned when you set traps in a video game if they're talking about safe for work games or not safe for work games. There's a whole slew of that in the not safe for work games. Roguelites. I mean, Fortnite used to have that, but again, Deception series? What is that? I've never heard of this game series. Deception is a series of console tactical roleplay games. What? Passive? What is this? Whoa, this actually sounds like a fun Invitation to Darkness. It's a real-time roleplay where you trap. It's like Night Trap. What? Why have I not heard of this? No, I have seen this, but I saw the most latest one. That's the series I'm talking about. What? I need to play this again. But how do I find this game? Oh, it's from the PS1 era. Oh, this is gonna take some time to find this. If anything, if it's not astronomically expensive online. But I will save this because I want to play this later. Put you under that tab. There we go. Save that for another time. Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. Which is kind of weird. Like, why did they take away traps? Isn't that the whole point of a battle royale? You're supposed to outwit, outsmart, or just outluck your opponents besides just shooting them up. Then again, I guess it's the whole thing of like Call of Duty. Just pew pew pew, first person shooter. People like to do that. Maybe in another time, maybe they bring it back. Maybe. Or if there's a clone of the game, there might be a version that has that more specifically in it. Oh, he's trying to be buddies. Eden held out a fist toward Tabby. Bump it. Oh, Tabby fixed him with her best death glare.
Classic Tabby.
You guys aren't listening to each other at all.
Well, Tabby, if you want, you can work with Eden and...
She's gonna say no.
I am not working with Eden.
Oh, Eden's shocked. He's like, but I wanted to work with you.
There's still a couple of other decorations up for grabs.
Teacher, you do not know how to work on middle school conflict resolution. She's scared. And Mr. Teacher, like, you better give me what I want.
He's still picking Eden over me?
Well, I mean, I guess it's just a matter of since he heard Eden's answer and he just decided not to listen to Tabby.
Why? Why do they all love him so much?
Kind of, they just go with the flow.
What do they see in a bully like him?
I mean, he hasn't actually shown any actual bully tendencies besides that dumb comment he made. Tabby wanted to puke. Please don't. Puking's not good. Oh yeah, no problem. Take your time. We're having a good time with the little story. The class moved on, but Tabby just sat, reliving that feeling of everyone laughing at her. A witch, a witch, a witch. Soon, all the decorations were assigned and the classroom split off into their working groups. Slowly, the room began to look more and more spooktacular. Oh, you can see the decorations in the bag. You got little pumpkins, little cross, little gravestones and webs. There's a cauldron over there too. As a reward of their hard work, Mr. Teacher went around handing out spooky stickers, spouting historical facts about Halloween all the while. But of course, he skipped over Tabby entirely. Ooh. Now, is he gonna explain his reason for that? Oh, are you gonna continue?
Hey, how come Tabby isn't helping?
Oh, because she's not even helping or participating.
Psst. Tabby, do you want to join my group?
She doesn't want to work with others. She's like, no. If I can't have the skeletons, I will not have anything.
It's not too late to team up if you want to do skeletons.
She doesn't want to be paired with you guys. That's the thing. She's an introvert. There's no answer to yes. It's just reject, reject, reject. I mean, honestly, just reject Eden. I work alone. They were clearly taunting her. No point in staying around a bunch of bullies. Tabby started packing up her backpack, watching the clock anxiously to try and be the first one out of the class when the bell rang.
I really think you should have been the one to do skeletons.
Oh, our maybe evil character, maybe good character coming into the fray now.
We can talk to Mr. Teacher together if you like.
Does she want to actually join up with this person? Tabby's mind struggled to make sense of what was happening.
Wait, is he talking to me?
Oh, you're just in your world and just reading your, like, imaginary dark thoughts on paper.
What was his name again?
Oh, you don't remember it. She had never spoken to this popular kid before, much less seen him approach her general vicinity.
He's not making fun of me, is he?
No, Tabby, not everyone's making fun of you. Did you have a bad elementary experience or something?
Listen, you're not the only one Eden's burned before.
Oh. I have to wonder. Maybe Eden said like an offhanded comment to Caleb that gave him like a bad nickname. Maybe it's that.
Maybe together, we can finally knock him down a peg.
So we're gonna join up with possible evil?
This isn't a trick, is it?
I mean, do you not remember your name?
I am Caleb.
Caleb, thank you. Now we know the name.
And this is no trick. I'll stand by your side.
Well, what's the cost? Caleb patted Tabby on the shoulder, and she recoiled, almost hissing at him. Personal space, please. But then, oddly enough, Tabby felt a tingle on her shoulder where he had touched her, like there were butterflies dancing on her skin. Are you touch-starved? Gross. She wasn't developing a crush, was she? Ew. Caleb gave her a small smile. It looks kind of like a cunning smile, not to lie.
So what do you say? Shall we tackle this together?
I'm pretty sure this isn't gonna work because how would then we get the magical powers? Wasn't that what she had always wanted? To have someone see her, really see her as a person worth talking to. Now, here was someone who was ready to back her up at last.
Okay, we can stay behind after class then.
What else is going to happen? Of course, by the time class ends, things are going to go awry.
Perfect. I'll get Eden to stick around and we can tell Mr. Teacher what happened.
What happened? What do you mean? Like, are you gonna spin a crazy story?
What? No! Just the two of us. I don't want him around.
It sounds like Caleb wants him there. Like, he's going to be able to cause a scene.
No. Tabby, trust me, he needs to be there.
You're back, hello. Which now we've been introduced to Caleb, who's kind of brewing up some kind of plan in the background, which pretty much seems like he's trying to be top dog. Maybe he's trying to dethrone Eden from his clownery.
No! He'll They'll just ruin everything by charming Mr. Teacher, like always.
He can't charm everyone.
I'm not going if Eden is.
So Caleb's plan's gonna fall out of place. Tabby crossed her arms. No, I should not participate. Ooh, his plan's falling apart. He doesn't know how to back up.
All right, as you wish.
Ooh, no, he is not happy with this. Caleb inclined his head at Tabby in thoughtful agreement. The students all continued excitedly working on their decorations. Look at that, we got bats and candy corn and a cauldron and a little moon and more coffins and everything and bats on the wall. It's beautiful. Soon the classroom was really starting to bring that Halloween spirit to life. Tabby sat back in her seat, almost vibrating in place with sudden energy. She barely heard Mr. Teacher announce to the class that it was time to clean up. Not long after, the bell rang. The other students shuffled out the door until there was only Caleb and Tabby left. Tabby turned her critical gaze towards Mr. Teacher and prepped herself to approach. Ooh. I like the music. Mr. Teacher hummed to himself, trying to ignore the grouchy elephant in the room. He reminded himself that he became a teacher because he wanted to inspire the next generation and pay off his student loans. He generally cared about his lessons and wanted everyone to enjoy his classes. But for some reason out of his control, kids could be really shitheads. Calling them out for what they are. There were kids who turned his lessons out, kids who rolled their eyes at everything he said, even kids who managed to scowl at him for a full hour. Kids like Tabitha Bones. Her expression had been so disarming, so spooky, that he had been nervous to even go near her. So that's why he avoided giving her a sticker. Sir, you messed up by chickening. Which they did so, especially for the CG design, the 3D art background, to add those touches. That's really appreciated. Now she was standing in front of his desk with her arms crossed and an equally wicked scowl on her face. What reason did she have to glower at him? If anything, if the horror stories from the other teachers were to be believed. Rumor had it that last year, a girl with a permanently gloomy demeanor had attempted to bring her own butcher bones in to decorate for the Halloween. While the girl in question didn't have any bones on hand now, Teacher willed himself to be brave. He cleared his throat once, twice.
Tabby, can I help you?
A little voice, the little teacher voice. He sounded so scared. Like, can I help you? That's beautiful. Oh, she just has a naturally grimace face. It's okay, Tabby. Tabby took a deep breath, sensing the reservations Mr. Teacher had towards her. She was glad Caleb was with her, and he's probably already out the door on us.
I don't think you should let Eden decorate skeletons instead of me.
Yeah, because apparently there's rumors going on about you from last year, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna still say no. Mr. Teacher stared at her in stunned silence. Tabby sped onwards, afraid to lose her courage.
He's clearly a bully, and if you side with him, you're a bad teacher.
Saying the worst thing a teacher could hear, that you're bad. Oh, Mr. Teacher furrowed his brow, lip trembling ever so slightly. Ouch. He was hurt by Tabby's words, more than either of them probably expected. Ow. She could probably sniff out his people-pleasing tendencies. But he could just as easily put those away, especially to call out students who have stepped out of line.
Look, I'm not sure why you wouldn't let Eden get to his locker, or why you said he was scary looking. Yes, I heard what you said.
Oh, he did. Tabby glared at him, readying herself for an accusation. Mr. Teacher braced himself against his desk, trying to remain calm at the obvious hatred being beamed towards him.
I don't know what's going on between the two of you, but I'm going to call Eden here and we can resolve this once and for all.
And of course, Tabby's like, no, you can't call my nemesis towards me.
No, I don't want to be near him. I want you to listen.
If anything, you should have a separate conversation, because now it's getting derailed.
Calum agrees with me too.
Calum is not here. Tabby gestured to the spot next to hers, only to be met with an empty space. Mr. Teacher's frown deepened and he flexed his fingers in agitation. What kind of bluff was she trying to pull? There were no other students left in the room.
I'm sure we can resolve this right now.
Mr. Teacher got up from his desk, glad to be out of range of Tabby's burning gaze. He poked his head out of the classroom, hoping Eden hadn't wandered off already. Luckily, the boy was still close by. Oh, but he's hanging out with Calum. He's standing by a familiar green-haired student. Vindicated. Mr. Teacher felt vindicated at seeing Calum out in the hallway. Clearly, Tabby had been mistaken when she said Calum was at her side.
Eden, could you step inside for a moment?
Oh. Eden raised his eyebrows, but didn't hesitate to re-enter the classroom. Like, see, he's totally, good with listening to authority.
What's this about?
And now Tabby's like, nope, I give up.
No!
Use your words, Tabby.
She did, and you just stepped around the issue. She said she wanted to listen to you, not Eden. Oh yeah, no worry. We are enjoying the game and chugging along, seeing where the plot takes us. You're good in the back, hang out, enjoy seeing the decor of the spooky room. Tabby exhaled loudly. From the outside, she appeared to be flaring her nostrils in deep frustration. ...
You took...
Oh, you're already gonna get angry.
You took the decorations I wanted. Again!
Oh, again. So he's already done this the previous year. So it's just been building of resentment. And Eden, of course, just shrugs like, eh?
No biggie. Let's do it together after class.
She doesn't want to do it together. This is the frustrating part. Because, we already had this conversation. She doesn't want to work with you.
No biggie.
And of course, in the reality, it isn't that big of a deal, but it is personal to her. Eden doesn't see that she clearly wanted to take on this passion project.
Yes, biggie. You always get what you want.
She's getting a little excited here.
Huh? Like when?
Okay, now we're gonna start to see if she's able to list off all the ways.
You get away with everything.
Tabby, maybe reel it in a little.
Like that time you put gum in my hair and I had to cut off my pigtails.
Whoa. Did you actually do that? Or was that somebody else's doing?
When did I do that? I haven't even chewed gum since the 3rd grade.
Is this about 3rd grade?
Oh, wait.
But then again, someone had to cut off their pigtails. And she has long hair, so I could see how that would be something angry. Because if they're in middle school, in 3rd grade. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. So I'm guessing they're supposed to be 7th or 8th graders. So what is that, like 5 or 6 years? And already hair takes more than a year to grow back to a certain length. So if anything, this could have been a 3-year process growing her hair back out.
Oh.
Oh. So I guess no one punished him for that?
That was you? I totally forgot.
Oh, but she clearly remembered you. This is not a good way to have this conversation. She's still mad.
That's it? Do you have any idea how long it took to grow it back?
Okay, maybe we should have talked to the school counselor if you have this much hatred building up.
Okay. I'm sorry.
That's a more appropriate response, but still, she's on a roll right now.
It's not funny! And Caleb agrees.
Caleb is not in this conversation anymore.
Caleb? What's Caleb got to do with this?
She's just gonna back out, isn't she? Mr. Teacher pinched the bridge of his nose, feeling an odd tingling in his brow, like a headache was settling in, or worse, a migraine. We got headache-inducing. Children are always so noisy. He hoped that they would settle down soon. Not they ever did. Not fast enough. Never listened to his pleas to be quiet. Like, please spare me of your tiddling and squealing. Oh, what is that? Need to go grab something. What were we doing? Right, he's getting a migraine. He's like, please, children, stop fighting. Especially over things that happened like 5 years ago.
Be quiet.
He's just like, please. My brain is melting as we speak.
But...
Ooh.
Be quiet.
Ooh. Unless she thinks he's saying be quiet because of her, but now there's miscommunication again. Ooh. They're getting all scared. He sounds like he might smack somebody. Tabby and Ethan both fell silent, unused to this harsher tone from their homeroom teacher.
There. Was that so hard?
He even got him a little shaking. No, it didn't need to be. All those years of being a doormat for kids much too young to know better than him. Mr. Teacher felt waves of resentment wash over him, bubbling up from so many instances of holding his tongue and being the adult in the room. That's right, he was in charge, not them. He needed to reclaim his space and authority. Oh, things are about to get serious.
Both of you, get out.
No, he means business right now. His brain is on fire. You gotta go.
Teach? You look a bit weird. You know, pukey.
Pukey. What a way to describe someone. You look pukey.
Using Mr. Teacher as a distraction, I see.
I mean, literally, he distracted you both from your conversation. That was low, even for Eden.
Please get out.
And they're still not listening. Mr. Teacher's voice was strained and whispery. Eden probably hurt his feelings.
Alright. See you later, Teach.
Hey, this means the conversation's technically not over, but it should be dismissed now.
What a jerk.
Mr. Teacher clutched his head and gritted his teeth.
Oh, should I get a nurse?
Oh, look at that. You're actually very polite. He didn't trust himself to speak. Instead, he shut his eyes tight, hoping Abby would be magically gone when he opened them again. Hover in awkward silence. Get teacher's attention. Oh, either are bad. I mean, doing this might be worse. Let's do hover awkwardly in silence. He could hear Tabby shuffling from one foot to another in front of his desk. It also sounded like she was opening her mouth and closing again every few seconds, which irritated him even more. The shuffling stopped, but she had already gotten on his last nerve. Mr. Teacher snapped open his eyes. The sight of Tabby still standing around and glaring at him made his blood pressure spike. Why was this brat still here? And he told her to leave. She never listened, always thinking she was in the right, always thinking she knew best. A little brat like her. The tingling got worse, making it harder for Mr. Teacher to think clearly. Only one line of thought made it through the mental fog.
Mr. Teacher?
She's concerned. She doesn't know exactly, but even like... She doesn't know personal boundaries. Tabby shrunk back fearfully as Teacher smiled. A too wide smile with too many teeth.
You brats just love testing my patience, don't you?
Ooh, she could call you out on that phrase.
That students get detention, but that would be a bigger punishment for me than you.
Yeah, because then you have to sit and wait with them.
After all, children who don't listen are no better than vermin.
Ooh.
And as we know from history, vermin deserve a far worse punishment. Can you guess what that is?
This is some good voice acting, not gonna lie. This is a little scary. Tabby backed away, bumping immediately into a desk. The blood seemed to drain from her face.
Oh, come on, Tabby. There's a fun little sticker in it for you.
No. It's a little scary. She's like, teacher, you seem to be turning into a creature.
Tabby, you should have paid more attention in class instead of scowling all the time. The answer is...
You're just gonna say death? A low growl reverberated from Teacher's chest as his skin turned a splotchy green and bumps emerged from his arms. I don't think this is our teacher.
Extermination!
Okay, time to run. Mr. Teacher lunged at Tabby. Yeah! Tabby jumped out of the way as Mr. Teacher, brand new claws, just barely missed her arm.
Claws?
Yeah! The desk that Tabby had been standing in front had previously crumpled like construction paper beneath Teacher's weight.
Oh.
Yo, snap. No, what landed and stared at Tabby from the wreckage with cool reptilian eyes was not Mr. Teacher. Instead... Mr. Monster. Oh, and the music. Okay, let's go. My gosh, this looks entirely different. So it doesn't look like just Teacher, but it looks like a transformed beast. Okay, it's Mr. Monster. He or it lunged at her once more. Oh, he has glasses too. She dove underneath the neater's desk. Didn't dare to stay put there. With the image of the newly made desk pancake fresh in her mind, she started crawling as fast as her poor athletic record allowed. Tabby glanced to her side, only to see the desk was just a fly across the room. It hit the wall, splintering from impact. With desperation and fear coursing through her, Tabby scrambled to her feet.
Please, 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 please.
Transform into a magical girl, come on! Gunning it for the classroom door, Townsy pounced at the doorknob.
Of course, it's locked.
Except, shouldn't you be able to unlock it from the inside?
Of course.
You can't do the of course. That is just negative.
Why would it work?
It would work. It didn't just work for Eden?
Everything else seems to be going wrong. Why not this too?
Not everything. From behind, you could hear warbled snarls before a dark shape sailed overhead, smashing into the wall a foot above her. Smash! The pulverized debris of what had once been a desk rained down on her. Tabby shrieked and covered her head. She tried the doorknob again, despite knowing it was no use.
Help! Someone! Help!
He's gonna get you. Tabby whipped around, pressing herself into the door like she might be able to phase through it. The monster approached her with bloodthirsty aura and clever eyes. He had cornered her, and he knew it. At the sight of his messed up, misshapen, uncanny, too-sharp grin, Tabby's legs gave out, like her body knew the fight was going over soon. She couldn't blame them. Everyone always abandoned her in the end. Why try anymore?
It's useless. I'm useless.
No, Tabby, this is simply wrong time. Unless this was for Caleb. Because what if Caleb did something to teacher in order to turn him into a monster and he wanted Eden to get eaten? It could be that. She couldn't do anything. She never could. Why did she ever think she could? It's not like Mr. Teacher was ever going to listen. Bro, this is not Mr. Teacher. He never had before, so why would this time be any different? Because Caleb obviously did something. Dang, that was a big growl. She just wished, for once in her miserable life, someone would have really, truly stayed by her side. What's happening?
Hiya, Tabby. I'm...
Just the image. Right before you get eaten, let me introduce you to Strength. Just like, hey, I'm not bothered by this giant monster about to eat me.
What the crap?
Wait, can we go back? Can I go back? Yes, I want to go back. I just have to.
Hiya, Tabby. I'm... What the crap?
That's stupid funny. Oh, he ate him. Oh, he bit into your tush. The little creature, whatever it was, zipped around the room in panic as Mr. Monster chased it down, jaws snapping wildly in the air like...
I'm Strength, and I'm here to guide you on your...
He's just trying to do his spiel. He's just trying to get through his spiel, and he's like, I did not come ready to do cardio. Oh, poor little Strength.
I don't believe this! Down at the bones! Do something!
He really just said bleep. Yeah, Tabby gasped at the wee thing in alarm. She had no energy left. The fight was good as over. What did you want from her?
Don't just stand there!
I mean, what do you expect? Tabby took one long look at the terrifying creature and the tiny red being running around the desk, and she hightailed it to the corner of the room, as far from them as possible. Like, yep, I'm good over here.
It's a goddamn monster! I'm just a little girl!
I mean, take some perspective, of course.
What are you anyway?
Yeah, I'm like, hey, I have questions, but I don't want to die.
I'm a...
Ah,
Hello! I'm a pixie!
try and have this conversation. It's just this little thing. It's like,
And I can't handle this thing on my own!
hey, do you understand your limitations? Mr. Monster swiped at Strength, who darted into the high corner of the ceiling, temporarily out of his reach. The pixie huffed, eyeing Mr. Monster nervously. He threw an equally nervous glance at Tabby like, hello? Can you help me? Suddenly, and unexpectedly, Strength brightened up, snapping his fingers.
I got it! I'll just give you some candy!
How is candy going to help in this situation? A Twix is not going to save the day. Oh, that's why it's like that. It's candy inside there. Oh, I see. So it's like Rumble candy. Like One Piece and Chopper. Just Strength. Okay. Oh yeah, I have little zooms that I've set up. Just to emphasize. Strength whipped out a sparkling wand the size of his body from who knows where. Candy? This is not a time for sweet, decadent confectionery.
How the hell is a piece of candy gonna help us right now?
But it is good candy.
Also, I don't take candy from strangers.
Wise advice. Look at that, Tabby. As much as your life is in danger, you stick by the stranger danger rule. Right? First, she's just done with the shit.
Eat it, or we'll die! It's magic!
Okay, straight to the point. He doesn't go on like a weird lecture. Okay, candy or death. I think I'll take the candy part. Mr. Monster pounced at Strength, swiping his claws at the shiny object. No, not the object!
Yeah, no toys in class.
Wait. Is it actually Mr. Teacher still then? It spoke. Oh no! The wand flew out of Strength's hand and spun towards Tabby. A loud crack echoed through the room. What happened?
Oh, that can't be good.
What do we mean? The wand landed at Tabby's feet, twinkling mysteriously.
It's probably fine.
Is it okay or not? I need to go back.
Oh. Oh. That can't be good. It's probably fine.
The delivery, excellent.
Use the wand!
We're just gonna go and bonk him on the head then? See? Of course, bonk him with it. Tabby grabbed it and let out a few practice swings, preparing to bash whatever came at her with it.
Not like that!
Like it's valuable. Despite hopping desperately through the air to avoid Mr. Monster's claws and jaws, Strength's voice still reached Tabby with surprisingly clear instructions.
The candy, Tabby! You have to eat the candy!
Eat it or we die! While Mr. Monster was still fixated on Strength, Tabby weighed her options. Do I die? Do I try this strange candy that could kill me too? Eee, that's such a creepy noise. I have to. You can't just eat the candy. You must eat the candy angrily. Good gosh. Tabby gripped the wand with fear and fury. She hated being told what to do, but if it was a choice between the suspicious candy and the jaws of a monster, She'd take the jawbreaker any day. Nice pun. But it had better not be. It had better not be strawberry flavored. Oh my god, they make an animation for this shit? Holy shit. Oh dude, there's the little song too. I'm gonna die. Why is her hair pointing up? This is not what I was anticipating when I heard Magical Girl. I need to get the laughs out or I'm not gonna be able to take this serious. Whoa. Angry dogs in the background. Okay. Do I have the laughs out? This is so... I was just... How to cooperate. I did not realize there was going to be an animation. Can we actually go back and see it again? Oh, can we? Oh, we can see it again. Sweet. Look at that. It is so clean cut. And seeing her feet change, the big old tail, the hat, her deadpan expression. Bravo. Tabby tried to reorient. I'm trying to reorient myself. Herself in space and frantically looking for the whereabouts of the monster in the room. Her face needs to change. It's so funny. Okay, there. Now, it's just too funny how she looks. Mr. Monster stared back at Tabby, a bewildered expression on his face. But he didn't seem to be coming after her just yet, but... Tabby scanned the room for any sign of strength. Hello? Even though you just technically consumed him? Had he been eaten already? She had been ready to rip into him, demand an explanation for, well, everything. She glanced down at herself, trying to pinpoint the source of the soft jingling noise she kept hearing. The hat, the little jingles.
What is this?
Your magical girl costume. The colors. Why are there so many? In so many horrendous shades.
What the hell is this?
Congrats, you're a magical girl.
Is this a joke? I knew it. This is a goddamn prank, isn't it?
I mean, you're the one who got changed itself.
Oh, that's, new?
Oh, because it looked like it was cracked, so now it did this. Oh, maybe that's why.
It's okay. Everything will be okay. We can work with this.
Oh, we can work with this. This is you don't have a plan. Strength continued rambling, but has nowhere to be seen. Was his voice coming from inside Tabby's brain?
Great. I definitely imagined him.
Oh, even her eye color is different too. Holy crap.
Well, it seems like we're stuck together. Yep, I can't move at all, and that's totally okay.
Yeah, Strength, you're freaking out over here.
I'll just take you through everything. This has never happened before, but it's fine.
Yeah, he's just in mid-panic mode.
God, this is it. I finally cracked. Even my imaginary friends are freaking out.
That would be kind of scary. If you had legit imaginary friends or someone only you could see was starting to freak out, that would just show just a level of panic unseen before. Tabby started to shake, half crying, half laughing at the ridiculous situation. The bells on her horrific outfit jingled with her tremors. Ding, 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 ding. Mr. Monster tilted his head at the sound, eyes glinting. Ding, ding, tink, ting-a-ling.
Watch out!
You're making him enticed by the little jingles. Mr. Teacher's not happy. Mr. Monster was before her in one pounce. His claws raked through the air straight toward Tabby's head. Oh, she flipped. In pure instinct, Tabby dodged the attack, doing a backflip across the room.
Huh? Did I just do that? How?
Magical girl.
That's the power of strength.
God, like imagine if they would have said this is the power in ship. But no, the power strength, it does make sense. His strength's name being strength and strength required to do a backflip.
But I don't have strength. I can barely do a push-up.
Well, with strength enhanced, which technically is a candy that she consumes, she now has strength.
You do now, Tabs. With me at the helm, we're unstoppable.
But what else are you gonna do now that you're a magical girl for the day?
Now get us out of here.
Are you gonna punch stuff now? I want to see what you do. Oh, Tabby did feel a little stronger than usual, but a backflip? Maybe the candy was magic.
What else can I do?
Oh, we're just gonna wrangle the monster. I mean, if anything, we shouldn't be throwing any more desks, because then we have to explain why desks are thrown about. But then, wrangle the monster, we could go hand-to-hand combat? I mean, let's do it. Taking advantage of his hindered speed, Tabby snatched the string of skulls and caution tape off the wall. Now she was the one running at Mr. Monster. Tabby grinned, knowing he wouldn't be able to lay a single claw on her. Her expressions are getting wild. She made several tight turns around the beast, wrapping the decorations around his legs with speed and agility. Mr. Monster thrashed around violently, but the makeshift binding seemed to hold for now.
Huh? Wait. There's something familiar about that monster.
Oh, Strength knows something. What do you know about it? Because we thought this was Teacher, but apparently not Teacher.
Those sparkles, maybe? Isn't that magic?
Oh, someone else tried to transform him. Ooh. No time for questioning. The decorations around his leg began to tear.
Ah! Tabby, that's not gonna hold! Quick, use the wand!
What's the wand gonna do? On cue, Tabby swung the wand at Mr. Monster and beat him with it.
Not like that! Wave it around!
You can't use it as a physical object. It has magical properties. Come on, Tabs. Ain't no worry. Tabby. God. Tabby, you're not supposed to beat him up with it. Tabby aggressively waved the wand at Mr. Monster, managing to smack him in the face again. Mr. Why do I keep saying mobster? I mean Mr. Monster slumped back, eyes rolling around in pain.
I said around! Like around!
Around a flish. Oh, you could even see the wand too. Tabby moved her arm in a wider circle, swinging a wand above her head like a lasso. A soft glow enveloped both of them. Oh God, the classroom's destroyed. As if by magic, Tabby felt the ridiculous outfit she was wearing pop off. Suddenly, she was back in her regular clothes.
Glad that worked.
What about Mr. Monster? And this entire room is trashed. Mr. Monster's whimpers faded into the groan of a rapidly approaching middle-aged teacher. The soft light dissipated. Mr. Teacher blinked once, twice. He struggled instinctively against the decorations binding his legs and then looked around the room, horrified. On cue, someone pounded at the door. Miraculously, the locked door swung open and students poured into the room. It was clear from the sound levels that a small crowd had even formed outside. Gossipy chatter turned immediately into a horrified gasp. It was audible from the hall and maybe even the other classrooms.
I thought I felt an earthquake or something. We couldn't get in.
Why were you trying to get in? Where is the police? Shouldn't you have called someone if you heard all that screaming?
What even happened here? Where's Mr. Teacher? Tabby, what's going on?
Well, don't you see the teacher? He's all stumbling about.
Mr. Teacher? Are you alright?
Yes, Thonathan, he's okay. Maybe turning into a monster. Off, how are ya? Well, pretty much popping in for Halloween for a little bit before I go do Halloween activities for the day. And I mean, my internet's working out good, so fingers crossed on that bit. And all these students are just like witnessing this entire scene of a small child in this wreckage of a room and this teacher all wrapped up in vines. She looks all proud. The other two students quickly took in the sight of Tabby looming over their bound and bruised teacher. Shredded construction paper and wood dust fluttered through the air. Tabby's pride at having defeated a monster quickly shifted into nervous apprehension.
That Tabby is something else. Did she seriously ruin our decoration?
No, you guys, she didn't intentionally do that. It's not part of it. Oh, Puppy is playing outside currently. Because if anything, if she's gonna be in here, she's gonna go to sleep. But she is happy and fluffy. And definitely more zany because she found more toys to play with.
How is that what you're worried about? Mr. Teacher looks like he's on the verge of tears.
One's worried about the destruction, and others like he's about to cry.
Is that really his name?
No.
I'm okay. I'm alright. I just. Oh, okay. Oh, I think I might have broken a rib. Give me one moment.
Oh god, that was some good voice acting. He sounded in pain. Some students had enough presence of mind to remove the decoration around his legs, wincing when the paper craft tore completely in the process.
Did she beat him up? I didn't know Tabby could be so... I can't even think of a good word.
You guys are making some crazy accusations. Like, really? You really think she could do that? Like, in her normal form and not her magical form.
So horrible.
Can you guys stop making these assumptions? This last accusation finally shook Tabby out of her stupor.
It's not my fault. It was Mr. Teacher. He wasn't himself.
Yeah, except Mr. Teacher's probably gonna say something like, I don't remember any of this happening.
He started throwing stuff at the decorations. That's impossible. Mr. Teacher wouldn't do that. He loves Halloween.
And you instantly don't believe her.
You weren't there. He turned into a monster.
I can't believe you do all this and lie about it. We thought you were cool.
But she's like, I was being trying to defend myself.
Now, hold on, guys. Let's hear Mr. Teacher's side of things. Is Tabby telling the truth?
But again, you have two people and no witnesses, so you're not going to hear the full story.
I'll be in the nurse's office.
Except, so if you turn to a monster, you still get hurt in your physical form then. Mr. Teacher caught up with multiple groans and winces, gratefully accepting the support of nearby students.
don't he tell them?
He's not gonna remember.
Doesn't seem like he's in any shape to say much of anything right now, Tabby.
Yeah, he as he said, he probably broke a rib.
I can't believe this! I can't believe you guys think it was all my fault!
Whose fault is it then? No one else was in here.
Just calm down, Tabs. If you explain yourself well enough, I'm sure they'll listen.
No, because she lives in this cycle of doubt and negative self-talk. She's not gonna calm down enough to explain that literally it was teacher.
Take a deep breath. In, out, and elaborate.
Yeah, except the elaboration's gonna get too crazy.
I already did elaborate! There's nothing left to say!
I mean, he started throwing stuff. We're gonna say we turned into a magical girl.
I was in the room with Mr. Teacher, and he turned into that horrible beast! He was crushing desks and everything!
And now the other thing, can anyone see Strength, or she look like she's talking to herself in the air? Welcome back in.
Real nice story, Tabby. But what does that have to do with wrecking our decorations?
See, they're not even listening to her.
My poor paper pumpkins!
You could always make more. It's the start of the week.
We're gonna get disqualified now.
Well, if you work hard and maybe Tabby can help you tomorrow.
But I didn't wreck them! And I wouldn't have even been put in this situation if it wasn't for...
Oh, she's still gonna blame Eden.
Enough!
Oh, convenient, you're back now. Oh. Even he's curious of this newcomer.
This back and forth is getting us nowhere.
Except now, is he gonna try to blame me for it? Caleb stepped forward and stood between her and the crowd of students. Despite his outburst, he didn't seem angrier and smiled kindly at them instead.
I'm sure nobody meant any harm. Things happen, right?
Really? Are you just gonna be able to smooth it over with just that?
Why don't we all just drop the unpleasantness?
Okay. For a split second, he directed his smile at Tabby.
We can work out the details later. I'll talk to Tabby and...
And?
We'll go check on Mr. Teacher.
No one's concerned if Tabby was hurt or anything?
Fantastic idea. Just what I was going to say.
If anything, he says a few good smoothing words and everyone else kind of follows and puts their own ideas in.
I'll go too.
Excellent. We don't have to deal with this stew then.
Thank you, Stu. You're a real trooper. As for everyone else, shoo. I promise. We've got this.
Shoo. At Caleb's authoritative direction, the group had formed dissipated. After a few seconds, Tabby was alone with the green-haired boy who decided to dip on her earlier.
So, is this a friend of yours?
No, a mysterious yet unhelpful guide.
What? No! I don't hang out with other people.
Oh, you were an extreme antisocial.
Aw, how did I know?
You picked the wrong person. Ignoring Strength's comment, Tabby focused her attention on Caleb, unsure what he wanted with her, or if she could still trust him after he disappeared on her. The last thought faded as Tabby noticed Caleb had a gremlin of his own on his shoulder. It's the other. Unlike Strength, Caleb's pixie companion had a quieter energy. He stared at Tabby with a critical and sleepy eyes.
Looks like there was a lot of destruction.
Yes.
Indeed.
Do we get to know your name?
And yet our prize seems to have gotten away. For now.
Wait, were you trying to capture strength or were you trying to kill Eden with that monster?
Who are you again?
Did you seriously forget his name?
I am Calum. We spoke earlier this morrow.
This Marl, oh no, he speaks like that.
Why does he talk like that? Did he always talk like that?
No, he didn't. This is new.
No, not you. That. The little guy.
Psst, Tabby, looks like they're a pixie too.
And? Tabby batted strength away.
I know that. I'm asking.
Uh-huh. Oh, he's got his fist up.
The name's Magician.
Magician.
And you are Tabitha.
How do you already know my name?
Hold on. Why does everyone know my name? My full name?
Do you not like Tabitha? Maybe I guess she prefers Tabby. Calum spoke again, pushing his glasses higher up the bridge of his nose.
You have my apologies. It would seem as though my plans have slightly... what's the word? Misfired.
You had plans in place.
Misfired?
Ooh, you're gonna get in trouble.
Misfired?
Things are not going well for us.
That's more than a misfire, you weirdo! You stitched that crazy monster on me?
So, maybe you don't have full control over that?
The answer to that is ambiguous. Yes and no. Both can be, and indeed are, true.
So did you not plan on me hanging out after class? Or because I agreed you couldn't stop the plans that are in motion?
Can you cut the crap? Explain yourself!
Thank you. Get to the details.
And use words under 4 syllables, damn it!
Are you One Punch Man?
My intentions all along have been to get that horrible bully in detention.
Wait, is he actually a bully, or is it just you guys feel like he's picking on you? I don't know.
He's a menace. An annoying, terrible menace. Like a cicada in an otherwise perfectly brewed cup of coffee.
Why would you have a freaking cicada in your coffee? Calum's tirade came to a sudden halt as Magician wordlessly tugged on his collar. In response, the boy tilted his head to listen as the pixie whispered something in his ear.
What's that? The metaphor makes no sense?
Yeah, like, that was very specific. Magician nodded.
Like a cicada in a screen door. All he does is make a racket without any care of who he's scaring.
Scaring? What do you mean? He stopped for a moment, seeking the pixie's approval. When Magician nodded again, Calum took it as permission to continue.
As you can see, I'm also a friend of Pixies. My most powerful ally is Magician, the pixie of manipulate.
Oh. Ooh. A pixie of manipulation rather than a pixie of strength. Magician gave Calum's collar a sharp tug.
Magical influence.
Magical. Okay.
I can stack any situation in my favor, with the extra power to trigger transformations, often of an unpleasant kind.
So, your manipulation failed is what we're hearing.
The assignment was clear from the start. Get Eden to fight the teacher, or wet himself trying.
But he pretty much bounced as soon as he started getting wiggy, so you didn't really plan it out for any of the extra paths that could have happened.
Get Eden sent to detention, ruin Eden's reputation, book a vacation to celebrate, I don't know.
Book a celebration. Each word that left Calum's mouth, Strength's round face twisted in an increasingly worried frown.
If that was your master plan, you failed, Four Eyes! You got me in hot water instead! Your Her stupid scheme was super convoluted. You think a big Dumbo like Eden could have survived those teeth long enough to get detention?
Yeah, because it seemed like this creature took a while until being incapacitated to even go down.
Even if you wanted to terrify him, you didn't have to deadlock the door. I could have been killed!
Yeah, that's another thing. He apparently locked the door on her too.
The door?
Or did someone else do that?
But that's never happened before. Our power doesn't work on inanimate objects.
Wait, did Eden do that then? Because Eden's the last one who was out the door. Wait, is he actually involved? Was he actually locking the door?
I told you it was a terrible plan, Calum. You should have listened to me.
Okay, maybe something else was happening that's out of their control. Calum frowned, clearing his throat.
I didn't mean for you to get involved, of course. But you were never in any real harm.
Well, I mean, we didn't actually get hurt. That is a thing, but all this destruction happened around us.
I would have stepped in. You understand? Had your powers not kicked in.
Sure.
Everything was still within my calculations.
No, I don't believe so.
And for your sake, we had to keep the monster contained.
Interesting, so you're still gonna admit that the door was locking because of you, because just a moment ago, you were panicked at that answer.
It would have been a disaster if the beast rampaged through the school.
You're not really making Tabby trust you.
You might have been blamed for some kind of horrible witchcraft.
Okay, really? There's no way a student body could get behind that. Really?
So, you were just looking out for me?
But then again, Tabby's been saying she wants someone to stay by her side. He plays his cards right. He can twist it.
Exactly. You think I would have just abandoned you in your time of need?
Is she gonna take the bait?
Yes.
Oh, no hesitation.
Of course not. I had to play my cards right for our sake.
Our sake, okay?
Which unfortunately involves subjecting you to close proximity with that orange-haired wretch.
Wretch. Your word choice is changing a little bit more and more.
But he was almost in our grasp. Look how close we got.
But he left before he transformed.
Indeed. Imagine what the two of you could achieve together, fully powered up.
But what does his transformation look like? That's what I'm wondering, because ours looked goofy as hell.
Yes, the heights we could reach, the punishment we could inflict.
Why do we need to inflict punishment? Well, then again, Sailor Moon. The whole I will punish you. They like to use that word.
Or we don't think about that. I'm a big fan of talking things out instead.
Even though you're literally strength. You're literally the embodiment of physical force.
Your plan has to not suck to inflict punishment or whatever, but I guess the idea behind it isn't the worst.
Abby's not too unapproving, okay?
Eden does deserve a taste of his own medicine.
But how are you going to go about your next mission?
Or dancing things out. Dance is very powerful.
We're not in Footloose.
Your execution was patchy at best, but I can agree that it would have been pretty entertaining to see that guy suffer for once.
Ooh, you're getting her caught in your web. She wants to see him embarrassed.
Or a group art session with soft, harmonious classical music or...
Strength, you've already lost her. She's in cutting mode.
Sorry, what?
See? She wants this.
Yes! I knew you would understand.
Strength, you're stuck with this plan.
You and I are so alike, Tabby. So very much on the same page.
We're on two different sides of the page.
Only we can bring that candy gobbling fool to his knees.
Candy gobbling fool. Did he steal your candy in the 3rd grade as well? Why is everyone so hung up on things?
You know, in times like these, I have a 2-word motto for every situation, and it's never failed to inspire me yet.
What is it?
I think I know what it's gonna be.
Are you gonna say 2 entirely different things?
Is that so? Let's say it at the same time then.
Oh god, what is it gonna be?
1,
2.
3.
Or are they gonna say the same thing?
Eden fucking
stinks.
sucks.
I mean, one's a little bit more aggressive, but hey, you're on the same page. He stinks, he sucks.
That was 3 words, but your enthusiasm is infectious.
I'm pretty sure she took the bleeps as a just added on emphasis. It felt good to say that aloud. Exhilarating. Tabby flashed, toothy grin at Calum.
So, what did Eden do to you?
Ah, now we get to learn the epic backstory.
What didn't that bully do?
Ooh, I'm guessing you've known each other a long time.
He got up to every bit of mischief in the book. I wouldn't be surprised if he'd commit arson on my house, if given the chance.
Okay, are we serious about this?
I swear, it was that bad.
Okay, you're gonna have to elaborate. It's gonna be something not that bad in actuality. Yes, yes, finally, someone who knew what she had been through.
Right? He's always getting up to something. It's so frustrating.
Are these just 2 introverts who don't know how to communicate? A horrible memory came to mind. Clear as day. Clearer even.
Ugh, can you believe what happened today also happened last Halloween? Everyone thought it was okay for Eden to bully me and pass it off like a joke then, just like they do all the time now.
What did they joke about you before?
Children can be so cruel.
See, you're playing into it. Middle schoolers. Every little word that you say, double-edged sword.
Like last year, when the teacher was passing out materials for Decoration Day, the whole class was so excited to get their share. Even me.
Okay.
They all knew how badly I wanted to do skeletons. There was even a running joke about it.
Yeah, he did mention the teacher about the whole butcher bone, so what's the catch here?
Everyone would pretend to pick my favorite decorations and then go for something else.
Okay, yeah. Someone would continuously go and pick your thing. That would get frustrating.
When it was almost my turn, I thought I was finally gonna get to make some skeletons.
And?
That is, until...
Hey, no problem. Saving the best for last, right?
So now's the question, did he realize it or was he just oblivious?
Eden! I knew that no good son of a you-know-what would find a way to ruin my plans!
Okay.
He and the teacher laughed. Everyone thought it was just about Eden's joke, but I knew they were really laughing at me.
Was there any other options? Because now, why would they be laughing specifically at you? Just because they thought you were the creepy kid?
Just like how he laughed when he put gum on my hair in 3rd grade!
Okay, you've gotta let that go. It was 3rd grade. But then again, if you're a 3rd grader, not knowing where to put gum correctly, that's a problem on ya.
Anyway, I braced myself for the nonsense coming my way.
Huh?
Oof, this is tough. I think I'll take...
Eden took forever to choose, but of course he picked the one I wanted.
But did you actually let anyone know you wanted it?
He saw me staring at him, and you know what? He smiled as he carried carried out another one of his evil plans to sabotage me.
I have to wonder. Maybe he's just oblivious.
Listen, Tabby, that doesn't seem totally realistic.
Oh, you're gonna pop some holes in your plan.
It sounds like you just didn't stand up for yourself. You've got to be more headstrong to get the things you want.
You do realize, Strength, she might take that out of context.
That takes strength to do, you know?
But the thing is, you're dealing with someone who feels like they can't stand up. So now she's gonna do it 10 times extra strength.
And I'm not just talking about me.
Okay, Mr. Strength.
Very funny.
Oh, but how could anyone be expected to stand up against a nuisance like that?
Well, I mean, a matter of being like, hey, I wanted this. Or even like, hey, can we trade? Because it doesn't sound like you were... So I'm assuming they're 7th graders, right? Because if she said 6th grade, it would make sense. They were all new to a school and a little awkward.
You were clearly a victim last year.
You're feeding into that victim mentality. Tabby nodded, eyes glistening with vindication.
It's always like this. He starts the fight and then kicks you while you're down.
Again, what are you talking about? Tabby nodded harder.
Things are different now, though.
Because we have pixies?
Even a wounded dog will bite.
That sounds a little threatening.
And anyone who would kick a poor innocent bone-loving puppy should expect a gnawing of teeth.
You're getting a little detailed in these examples, sir.
The teeth of vengeance.
Yeah. He's getting a little bit hardcore. I mean, yeah, Tabby wants vengeance, but not vengeance. So even Strength's like, Oh, you have some contemplation to do, though.
So what you're saying is, technically, we're not the ones in the wrong here.
Right, technically.
Eden is an annoying prick. So when I argued with Eden, it was probably his fault.
Oh my gosh, but you're not taking action in your choices you made.
Huh?
Flipping the script.
Yes.
In that case, what I really need to do is to use my powers to purge evil.
Oh, maybe figure out where the monster came from before you start purging your subjective idea of evil.
Yes.
Yeah, but then again, he did say his power is manipulation. He might be doing that right now.
What?
Strength, you've lost the bandwagon.
Like you said, there's nothing more evil than tormenting an already tortured soul.
A tortured soul, oh goodness, they're both artistic, creative types. Tabby grinned, gleefully coming to her conclusion, be like, Shenanigans approach.
So if Eden is evil, then I can blast him!
Maybe not murder your classmate.
Yes!
Yeah, he's entirely off the crazy train.
No! Are you crazy? Tabby, you're not gonna blast some random kid!
Well, random to you, but her nemesis to her.
He's not just some random kid, Strength. He's my rival. He's demented and cruel.
He can't be a rival if he's demented. That just means he's just evil. A rival's at least competitive.
Just look at him. Who knows what kind of fucked up and wicked plans are brewing under those cheap, box-dyed highlights.
Cheap box-dyed? Damn, she's calling him out for his terrible hair design.
He's asking for a blasting.
You made it rhyme. Asking for a I need to repeat that.
Just look at him. Who knows what kind of fucked up and wicked plans are brewing under those cheap, box-dyed highlights.
Highlights?
He's asking for a blasting.
If you blast him, you'll go to magic jail!
Wait, there is a magic jail?
He's asking for a highly legal and purely metaphorical blasting.
Sparkle.
Well, as fun as it would be to vaporize every annoying person,
Oh.
there are other ways to get revenge on them.
Okay, maybe not outright plan. Water time.
Fun?
Fun? No, it's not fun like what you want fun.
Wait, revenge?
Hold on. Hold on.
Fun? Wait, revenge?
Revenge? All shocked.
What's wrong with some healthy spite, Strength? You look like someone pissed in your cereal.
Some healthy spite.
Tabby, we can't be talking about the same stuff here.
I mean, she feels like Caleb's talking her same language, but they're saying two different melodies.
Vanquishing evil is cool, but you're getting it all wrong. Evil isn't just whatever you don't like.
Oh my gosh, Strength's putting a good point.
Well, it seems you're being outvoted at the moment. None of us like it.
None of us.
Besides, vengeance is the strongest emotion there is.
Strongest. Is it the strongest? I mean, vengeance has brought people to their knees. Vengeance has caused a series of events to happen. I mean, for as bad as vengeance is, vengeance does move people with such motivation. I mean, if anything, use vengeance as a way to make yourself healthy. Vengeance of a powerful body. Vengeance of something. I'm going with something in my brain.
Real strength happens when you want to move heaven and earth for a just cause, right?
Ooh. Throwing it back for strength as well.
And our cause is most certainly just.
No, not for two middle schoolers who have way too much angst in their body. No.
That's right! With my new powers, I'm gonna vanquish the greatest evil to ever plague our lives.
You're gonna have to go up the scales, baby. Tabby, you don't even realize the true evil going on.
An 8th grade boy?
An 8th grade boy? 8th grade? Oh, they are in 8th grade. Now we have the understanding.
An 8th grade boy!
But I mean, 8th graders do say some gnarly shit. Like, they can be just ruthless. The next day. Oh god, I'm scared. On a Tuesday. It was a dark and stormy Tuesday. A thick clouds approached overhead. The air inside Middling Middle School was charged with the fervent whisper of students rapidly spreading the latest news.
Did you hear?
Whisper, whisper, whisper.
That's what I heard too.
And?
All that effort.
Pumpkins are all ready to go in the multi-purpose room.
His throat is covered with bandages. Oh god, he's really broken.
Today is Tuesday.
Oh, he's so sad again.
That's right! It's Tuesday, mascots! Today is the second day of Halloween Spirit Week, and you know what that means.
What does that mean?
It's time to judge your homeroom decoration!
Oh, I thought they were gonna do this at the end of the week. Crap. Unless Tabby and them fixed it.
Yes. The judges will be around soon.
Oh no, what's gonna happen then?
To check out all of your great work. So get those finishing touches in as soon as you can.
Okay, is it supposed to be he's like getting psyched out and then be like, ugh, this is tiring.
Or don't.
Or don't.
worry if you don't win today. Tomorrow we'll be hosting more spooky activities for all mascots to enjoy.
Okay.
And now, sports.
I mean, it's middle school. I'm sorry. Sports aren't the highlight.
The volleyball team! Yay, volleyball! Has an away game.
Oh, whoa, it drifts away. Abby tuned out the rest of the announcement. Despite her bravado yesterday, she felt a sense of dread about entering her homeroom classroom. The gnawing ache in her gut at the thought of having to interact with her classmates wasn't anything new. But this was a weird feeling of having in light of recent events.
I'm all powerful now. Why should I be afraid of what other people think?
It's the wonder of being human. Strength popped out from inside Tabby's hood, shaking his head vigorously.
No, you should be worried. That feeling, it's coming from a place of...
Where's it coming from?
Weakness.
Oh no, she's 8th grade syndromed out.
I was going to say guilt.
But still, she shouldn't have guilt. She literally didn't have anything to do with the destruction. She was trying to protect herself. I get it. You would still have guilt because it was a scary situation, but seriously. Strength, why are you trying to perpetuate that on her? Strength climbed gingerly onto Tabby's shoulder.
Listen to me, Tabby. It's not weak to feel bad because you messed something up.
But she didn't mess things up. She didn't intentionally mess anything up. What are you? You are a terrible friend right now to her.
Even if it wasn't your fault.
Thank you.
You also shouldn't brush everything off like nothing happened.
But again, you can't hold everything in you. That would drown you.
You did cause some damage, right?
Not intentionally. You keep putting this blame.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
What? You're agreeing with me?
For some reason?
I mean, that's great.
She's not going with the same train of thought you're going with. Strength took a closer look at Tabby's eerily calm expression and rubbed his hands together uneasily.
What exactly is it you're agreeing with?
You said it wasn't my fault, and it wasn't, so I shouldn't feel bad.
Right, why are you gonna be stuck in all the guilt?
Oh, you got out of that, huh?
But I mean, she didn't plan it. She was literally going to that classroom to have a conversation. That's it.
I mean, I guess what you're saying isn't entirely wrong?
It's not. It's a matter of your moral perspective.
But Tabs, maybe, just maybe, with great power...
You can't copy Spider-Man. Please don't. Tabby twirled one of her braids absentmindedly around her finger.
With great power, I can finally even the odds.
This is gonna turn out bad, is it not?
All my life, I've been in the lowest part of the food chain. Easy prey. It's not nice to prey on the weak, is it, Strength?
Throw it back on them.
No?
Tabs nodded sagely.
Like Caleb said, I have vengeance to execute, evil to purge. On behalf of us weak victims everywhere!
And Strength's like, please don't get me involved with this. I don't want to go to magic jail.
So I'm not going to waste time thinking about anyone's feelings, just like they never thought about mine.
Well, it doesn't seem like anyone really talked about it, but still, it doesn't seem like they were in it for any malice. But Strength doesn't hear any of this. As Strength struggled to turn this moment into a learning opportunity, Tab strolled into class, head held uncharacteristically high. Classroom still destroyed? Did we... Oh, we kind of moved everything. She froze in the doorway, shocked by the interior of the classroom.
What?
Tabby expected everyone to turn at her entrance and start whisper about her. Instead, her classmates barely registered her presence or her outburst. And more bizarrely, the destruction left in the wake of her unexpected battle yesterday.
It's all fixed?
Yeah, if anything, everyone's like, wow, Tabs, you did such a great job to make it even scarier.
Fixed is a strong word.
It still looks spooky. The decorations had been painstakingly glued and taped back together, some covering a new layer of paint and glitter to hide the tears and cracks. A pile of broken tables and chairs were were haphazardly set off to the side, and some students were sitting on the ground. Tabby rounded on strength, a commendable achievement considering the pixie had been clinging onto her shoulder.
Did you do this?
Ooh.
Hey, don't look at me. I was in your backpack all night. Smelled like pencil shavings and old sandwiches. I don't know how I managed to rest in there.
Just passed out? And why does it smell like old sandwiches? Girl, did you not clean out your backpack?
If you didn't do it, then who?
Eden. A fellow classmate stared wide-eyed at Tabby, who appeared to be raving at nothing.
Hi, Tabby? Is everything okay?
See, they're so concerned.
Who fixed the... Everything is...
Oh, back to normal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when we got here this morning, everything had been all patched up.
Eden came in. I'm pretty sure her nemesis is going to patch up like this. Or Caleb came in. The other students gave Tabby a careful look.
You know, at first we thought maybe you'd be the one to do it,
But... They gestured at the figures sitting in an odd face-down position. A dark mop of black and orange streaked hair sprawled across the desk.
He's been half asleep all morning, and then we were like, of course.
Of course it had to be an Eden.
Of course it had been Eden. Getting on their good side, making me seem like a bad guy.
Tabby, hey, stay calm. I know what you're thinking.
Well, I mean, they all were blaming her yesterday, and now Eden comes in and gets to look like the hero of the day. So, either way, you're not winning this argument, Strength.
Staying behind without warning to fix everything so they would think it was me, and then think I wasn't that nice.
Hey, Eden, you awake, bro? Class is about to start in a few minutes.
The other few students gently patted Eden on the back, and he sat up with a jolt, startling more than a few of them, like, ugh.
Oh, thanks.
He even gave him a sleepy face.
Hey, I heard you were the one who patched all of our decorations, Eden.
Eden gave the curious onlookers a sleepy, lopsided half smile, but didn't confirm their suspicions. He really didn't have to. His fingers were still slightly crusted in orange paint and a solid layer of glitter. Tabby heard a gentle pounding in the distance, like a war drum coming from long way off. It took her a moment to realize it was the pounding of her own heart, slowly growing louder in her ears.
Yeah, thanks, Eden. You're our hero. Let me buy you a cookie at lunch.
Oh, you can hear the heartbeat.
Me too. Or like a soda or something. You work so hard.
Nah, I'm all set on sweets.
He gave a good-natured pat to the jack-o'-lantern lunchbox sitting on his backpack.
Oh, right. Forgot candy is like your thing.
So cool that you don't have cavities. I wish I had your teeth.
It doesn't, you just have to brush your teeth. Like literally, clean your teeth after you eat candy. It's very simple. Eden flashed them a award-winning pearly smile. And you still can hear the heartbeat in the background. To Tabby, it felt disingenuous at best, insidious at worst. Like he was mocking her with how well he got along with everyone else. The pounding shifted to a distant roar in her ears, almost drowning out the nervous muttering of her, "Oh damn, the music." Okay, maybe we're gonna go magical girl in a moment and freak out. That was some intense music change. Nervous muttering her classmates.
Lucky he got to it, right? Otherwise, we'd have to scramble at the last minute.
Right? Pretty lucky.
Or, I don't know. Some people are gonna ask you if you weren't too busy to help out too.
I bet they were relieved I didn't do it.
Sorry, what was that?
Oh, she's saying her stuff out loud now.
No, Tabby, come on. Nobody is saying that.
But this is how Tabby feels in her inner self. This is how she feels she's reflected.
They don't have to say it. I know. Just leave me alone.
Oh, okay.
I bet they were relieved they wouldn't have to buy gross little Tabby a cookie.
Things are just not going. The bell rang, signaling the start of class and poor little bruised up Mr. Teacher coming to class. Tabby trudged dutifully to her spot at the back of the room, placing her backpack on one of the few miraculously undamaged desks.
Should have had Tabby help, probably. I'm sure she wouldn't have minded. At least, I don't think she would have. I don't know anymore, honestly.
Eden laughed aloud, oblivious to Tabby's darkening brow.
Tabs?
What, are you gonna say something nice, or is it gonna be twisted?
Wait, no, you're right. Without Tabby's help, nothing would have looked this horrifying. I bet she could have made it even worse.
Oh, she's gonna take it the wrong way. He's saying in a way of make it scarier, not the other way. Tab froze, her hand reaching for the wand stashed in her pocket.
No! Tabby, bad!
Gonna spray her with a water bottle?
And maybe he didn't word it right, but he probably didn't mean it that way. And if he did, well, forgiveness is commendable. It takes the most strength.
Well, I mean, yeah, and forgiveness. To be able to forgive and to move past something, that is actually really strength-based.
Letting someone get away with lies is not being strong.
But he's praising you right now. That's the thing. But she's taking it as him saying, oh, she would have made it bad, she made it gross. Like, the whole Megamind thing, saying the opposite but not meaning the same words.
All right, settle down, class.
Oh, he's here, he's alive.
Let's take a
Oh,
roll
God,
class
his
before the
entire-
judges get here and I release you all into the cafeteria for the start of our special Halloween activities.
Or do you not need to go to the hospital?
Now, don't worry if we don't win.
I mean, our classroom looks terrifying.
I know you all tried really hard to get us that pumpkin pie ice cream party. And I want you to know that you're all winners in my heart.
In my... No one cares when you say that line because they want to win the free food. Mr. Teacher patted his chest a little too hard and made a soft wheezing sound of pain.
Hey, Mr. Teacher? I know you probably can't see too well with all those bandages, but Eden did us all a solid.
Is your face all bandaged up too?
Not up to date with the youth slang, but...
Solid is not that recent.
I take it to mean that he did something possibly good? I hope?
Yeah, he fixed all the stuff that Tabby broke.
Ooh, I'm gonna throw that.
I mean, sorry, Tabby. I know you said you didn't do it on purpose, but everything was still broken.
And we're just gonna go with that, okay. Tabby raised her hand faster than she had ever done so before. She didn't even wait to be called on, speaking boldly out of turn.
Can I use the bathroom?
Is that Tabby? I mean, yes, sure. Tabby, right, let me just mark you down as present and...
Tabby didn't wait for her teacher to continue peering at his roll sheet through his bandages before she left the room.
You're turning into a real delinquent, Tabby.
Really, we asked to be excused for not being delinquent.
I'm not the delinquent. Eden is. He's a bully and a manipulator. He has them all eating out of the palm of his hand still, like he's got candy for hands.
That is, a horrific thing to imagine.
Well, imagine worse, because that's what Eden is.
You know, he's just an 8th grader, just like you.
Yes, exactly. Evil starts so young.
You're so right, yet so wrong. Wait, aren't we going to the bathroom?
What, together?
I don't know.
I wasn't ever going to the bathroom. I was lying, obviously. I'm going to put Eden back in his place right now. He won't beat me at my own game.
I don't think he's trying to beat you at anything.
Well, he can't. Eden doesn't have any powers. It was stupid of them to think he could ever fix anything. If they want a hero, I'll show them what a real hero looks like.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Don't look if you're so scared. Real strength is doing things other people are too afraid to do.
I have a really, really bad feeling about this.
I'm going to guarantee us a victory. Then they'll see. They'll all see.
Tabby, why are you picking up those pumpkins? Where are you taking them? This isn't our classroom! Tabby, no!